What if Deku had 3 Venoms instead of 1? In this video, we'll explore the possibilities of this alternate reality. Deku's 3 Venoms would give him a huge power boost, but it would also come at a price. How would Deku's 3 Venoms affect his personality and fighting style? What would it take for him to master his new power?
We see Izuku heading to C area as he walks in the teacher's booth to see Yuri and Yui playing together. Izuku walks up to them, as Yuri stops and hugs Izuku. Yuri: "Papa, you're amazing, you made it to the finals, same with Mommy Izumi." Izuku: "Thank you Yuri, now who do you want to win?" Yuri: "Mommy Izumi." Izuku fell to the ground and started to cry. Izuku: "I have been betrayed by my princess." Yuri: "Papa, stop crying, I want Mommy Izumi to win because if she wins she said, I can get a puppy." Izuku looks at Yuri. Izuku: "Really, Yuri?" "Yup, that is why Papa let Mommy Izumi win." Izuku: "I will get you a puppy and also a kitty if I win." Yuri: "Really, then I want you to win, Papa." Izuku: "That's my girl." As Inko walks up to them as Yuri goes to her. Inko: "Izuku, I hope you don't mind, but I promise Yuri I will take her to go get some food at the stands outside the arena." Izuku: "Not at all Inko, Yuri, be a good girl, and don't run around and cause trouble for Inko." Yuri: "I won't, Papa." As both leave, as Izuku looks at Yui as she looks at him. Izuku: "Thanks for keeping her entertained." Yui: "Oh, it's no problem at all, I love kids, and I love playing with them." Izuku: "Good to know anyway, you're Yui Karada, right? I know we talked before, but I wanted to make sure I got your name right." Yui: "Yes, that is my name, I am transferring from Royal Biblia Academy." Izuku: "Can I ask why that is the 3rd strongest hero school in Japan?" Yui: "Oh well, to be honest, my heart was broken by the man I used to love." Izuku: "I am sorry to hear that, did he cheat on you?" Yui: "No, he just never felt the same about me. I know moving to a new school because of that is stupid, but seeing him every day was hard. Our friendship also wasn't the same, so we hardly talked anymore. So I put in a transfer to Yui and Nezu, and the headmaster agreed to let me transfer." Izuku: "I understand why you did it." Yui: "You do?" Izuku: "I mean, you loved him but he didn't love you, you both were good friends, but after things got awkward, it was hard to be around or see each other. He probably still cares for you as a friend, and understands why you left, and he probably wishes you to find someone who will give you the love you truly deserved, and for you to be happy with him forever." As Yui looks at Izuku, and feels her heart beating as she looks away. Yui: "You may be right about that. Anyway, I was wondering when classes start, can you help show me around?" Izuku: "Of course, Karada." Yui: Izuku: "Huh, Yui. You can call me Yui, I don't mind." Izuku smiles, making Yui blush. Izuku: "Then you can call me Izuku." Yui. This made Yui blush even more as she looked away again as Izuku looks at her. Meanwhile, in Izuku's head: "Venom? Alright, so she will probably be in the harem now, so let's do a recap of Girls Carnage. We have Narumi, Izumi already in, Auntie, Momo, Kyoka, Hinata, Stella, Felicia, Gwen, and Nejire Carnage. Oh, and Endeavor asked Izuku to ask Gray out, and Mitsuki is also probably going to ask him out. Venom. We also have Kathleen, and with Yui blushing like that means she is developing feelings for him, so she will be part of a Carnage. That gives us 13. Venom. Damn it, I lost. Auntie. And me and Carnage could win, we just need 2 more girls, since we both said 15. Carnage. There's still a possibility we go over, but we did say Price is Right rules apply to this, so if let's say he gets 18 girls we still win, but if he gets 20 we'll lose since 13 is closer to 10. Venom. Meaning I win. Auntie. Alright, we still need to wait, because who knows how many girls Izuku will meet after this. Back outside Izuku's head. Izuku: "So Yui, what do you like to do? Like, do you have any hobbies?" Yui: "I play the violin." Izuku: "Cool, I love the violin." Yui: "Really?" Izuku: "Oh yeah, and I also always wanted to learn how to play it." Yui: "Well, I can teach you if you want." Izuku: "Sweet, I would love that, thank you." Yui: "No problem." Midnight: "Stop flirting, Izuku, you're going to make me and the others jealous that this new transfer student has all your attention." This made Yui and Izuku jump, as they looked to see Midnight walking up to them. Izuku: "Narumi, I wasn't flirting." Midnight looks at Yui, who was blushing, and looked at Izuku. Midnight: "Sure you weren't. Anyway, where's our baby girl?" Izuku: "Inko took her to get some food at the stands." Midnight: "That is sweet of her, but I am still sad you and her won't start a relationship. I mean, I know it was awkward after that one night stand, but you can at least have fun with each other whenever she is horny." Izuku: "Can we not talk about that in front of Yui? It doesn't know your personality yet." As Midnight looks to see Yui's head exploding with steam, embarrassed of what she just heard, as Midnight giggles. Midnight: "Sorry dear, I am so used to everyone around me knowing how I act." Yui: "Nuclear embarrassment." And no, I is fine. As Yui walks off still steaming as Izuku shakes his head. Izuku: "You might have just corrupted that poor soul." Midnight: "Don't know if that is a bad thing or good thing." Izuku: "Not sure either. Anyway, anything else?" Midnight: "Mount Lady keeps messaging me." Izuku: "Why?" Midnight: "Well, she is mad because I have you and Yuri, and that I actually started a family before her." Izuku: "Really?" Midnight: "Yay, she has always been jealous of me, but what can you do about it? She is my cousin." Izuku: "Isn't she your second cousin?" Midnight: "Yes, so not actually blood related, but still ever since I became the rated hero she has been trying out to me." Izuku: "I wonder why." Midnight: Who knows anyway, before I got here I checked on Izumi. RG said that she will be ready to go by the time the break ends. Izuku. Good. Just then Midnight walks to the door of the teacher's stands and locks it, as she picks up a remote and pushes a button, as covers cover the windows, so no one can see in, and no one can see out as Izuku looks at Midnight, as she rips a little of her hero costume. Midnight. We have time for a quickie. Izuku. Oh mama, small lemon, as Izuku goes to Midnight and starts licking her pussy over her panties, making Midnight moan a little as Izuku moves her panties to the side to show her nice pink pussy, as he sticks his tongue in, and starts moving it around inside her as Midnight bites her lip, as she rips her top to show her boobs, as she starts licking her own nipples, as Izuku stops as pulls down his pants as Midnight gets on her knees and starts blowing him and giving a tit fuck as Izuku stops Midnight and picks her up and puts her on a chair, and sticks his dick in her and starts moving Midnight. Ah, fuck me harder daddy. Izuku. You want harder, I will give you harder, as Izuku goes harder and faster as her picks Midnight up, and goes deeper as Midnight cooms as Izuku pushes deeper and cooms and is small in him, as Izuku and Midnight cleans themselves as Vapor makes new clothes for Midnight. Can't wait for when we have an orgy with the other. I will be teaching them many different things. Izuku. I bet you will. Anyway, we should get going as both get to the door and open it to see Rei and Mitsuki, who are listening in on them as Izuku is embarrassed as Mitsuki and Rei look at him, and go to whisper something. Mitsuki and Rei. Please do us hard like you did Narumi, please Izuku, we need it bad. Izuku just blushes and walks away as Midnight giggles and looks at Mitsuki and Rei, and pulls out keys, and gives it to Mitsuki. Midnight. Second floor of the teacher dorms, room 12, that is my room, and if you go in the purple box, you will find my toys, use them to take care of the wetness now below, until you can actually sleep with Izuku as Mitsuki and Rei look at Midnight and then to the keys, and then looks down to see they are really wet as both looked at Midnight, and thanked her and ran off. Midnight. I seriously can't wait. As she walks away as we cut to Izuku in the hallway. Izuku. I am thinking we might die. All three symbiotes agree. We see Midnight in the ring as the crowd cheers as she raises her whip as the crowd stops. Midnight. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you all been waiting for, the final match of this year's sports festival. The crowd cheers like crazy. Midnight. We have seen many students give it their all. We saw students use their brains to come up with many different tricks and skills to go against their opponents, and now we have our last two. The crowd cheers. Midnight. These two are the strongest of Class 1A, and worked hard to be here, so everyone please make some noise for Izuku Parker and Izumi Shimura. As the crowd cheers loudly as Izuku and Izumi walk out from their sides of the tunnels and walks in the ring, as they both look at each other. Midnight. Now this match will be a little different. Principal Nezu has given both of you permission to fight outside the ring, meaning this match is a knockout match, or if your opponent gives up. Izuku. Sounds interesting, don't you say, boys? Venom, Carnage and Anti come out of Izuku as the crowd is amazed to see all three of his living quirks. Venom. Are you scared, Izumi? Carnage. You can give up if you want. Anti. No one will judge you. Izumi. Sorry boys, but just the Cipher comes out. Izumi and Cipher. We came to win. All four. That is what we like to hear. As all symbiotes retracts back into Izuku and Izumi as Midnight raises her whip. Midnight. All of you ready? Both? Yes. Midnight. Then begin. As Izuku and Izumi rushes each other and goes for hand to hand as Izuku gets the upper hand and trips Izumi, but Cipher brings out a tendril and smacks him, sending him out of the ring. But since ring outs don't win you the match, Izumi quickly rushed Izuku with Cipher forming around her legs and goes for a kick, but Izuku blocked it with the help of Carnage, who forms around Izuku's arms and grabs their leg, and goes to slam them on the ground. But Cipher moves to Izumi's arms and pushes off the ground, just as Izumi was about to hit it, and punches Izuku in the face, making him bleed. But that didn't last long, because Carnage healed him. Izumi goes to punch Izuku again, but Carnage goes to block it, making it easy for Cipher to break loose from Carnage's hold on their leg. Doing that, Izumi started to fly using her telekinesis. Izuku. Shouldn't it help you learn to fly? Izumi. Hey, if you didn't I wouldn't have started dating you, and I wouldn't have Cipher. Izuku. True. As Izuku shoots out many different tendrils, but Izumi dodged them all and flying low to the ground, as Cipher starts smashing the ground. Izuku. I see what you're doing. Izumi. You do. Izuku. You want to use the rubble of the ground that Cipher made and fire them at me. Izumi. Start, man, you're right. As Izumi uses her telekinesis to lift up the rubble Cipher made as she throws it at Izuku, who lets it crush him. The crowd starts to freak as Izumi lands and gets in a fighting stance. As a noise starts coming from the rubble Izuku was crushed by. As a white hand smash out of the rubble as everyone sees Anti fully formed as he walks out and looks at Izumi. Anti. That felt like a little love tap. As he looks at a piece of rubble and crushes it with his hand and looks at Izumi again, who stands straight. Izumi. We know now it's time for you to feel real pain. As Cipher forms around Izumi and looks at Anti. Cipher. You might be stronger than us, but that doesn't mean you're invincible. As Cipher rushes Anti and makes a sword in her hand and goes to stab Anti, but he jumps in the air and grabs her shoulders and slams her go the ground, then pucks her up and throws her to the side of wall. Anti. We can be hurt by others of our kind, but it's skill that has kept us alive, Siffer. As Auntie starts running to Siffer as she gets up as she gets kicked and slides on the ground, but catches herself and rushes Auntie, who goes to block the attack of Siffer, tricked Auntie and slided under his legs and jumped on his back and put him in a choke, called him jump up and down, and made Auntie flip over her and slammed him on the ground. Siffer. We know all about skill, Auntie. As Siffer grabs Auntie's leg and starts swinging him and lets go, but Auntie goes to catch himself. But that was Siffer's plan because she rushed him and kneed him in the face, sending him to a midnight, and Cementos was his midnight dodge, thanks to Vapor, but Auntie hits Cementos, knocking him as Auntie gets up and looks. Auntie. Oops, my bad, wait, that was your fault, Sip. Auntie didn't get to finish because Siffer punched him in the face, making him roll on the ground. Auntie. Ow, Siffer. Give up, Auntie. Never. Also, Izuku wants to say something. Siffer. Make it quick. As Auntie walks to Siffer and retracts his head so Izuku can talk as he leans in and whispers to both Izumi and Siffer. Izuku. If you give up I will bang both you and Izumi. Siffer. Wait, you will bang me fully formed and not just Izumi. Izuku. If you give up because we can go for hours and I am not just talking about in this match. This made Siffer blush, and you could see it because her usual blue turned purple as she looks at Midnight. Siffer. We give up. Midnight. Well, I heard everything thanks to Vapor, and I have to say we would also take that deal. Izumi and Siffer has given up. The winners are Izuku, Parker, Venom, Carnage and Auntie. As the crowd cheers as Siffer and Auntie are attracted into Izuku and Izumi as both kiss and walk to Midnight. Midnight. Alright, we'll just get the rewards started since we don't have to wait for anything, so will Stella and Gwen please make your way to the podiums. As Gwen and Stella make their way to the podiums that says third place as Izumi gets on second as Izuku gets on first. Midnight. Now I don't think anyone else is worth of giving these awards than the number one hero Endeavor. As Endeavor comes flying from the sky using his fire from his feet and walks up to Midnight as she gives him the medals as the crowd cheers. As he walks to Stella and Gwen. Endeavor. Young ladies, you both showed amazing talent out there to your skills in fighting and quick thinking. Gwen, your sense are no joke, and I see a bright future for you as a hero. Gwen. Thank you, sir. Endeavor. And Stella, your skill with the sword and your fire is amazing, and I would personally like to ask you to come intern with me, so I can help you with controlling more of your fire. Stella. Thank you, sir, it will be an honor to study under you. Endeavor. I look forward to teaching you. As he walks to Izumi. Endeavor. Izumi, you did amazing out there. You fought with your heart and never gave up even when you faced your weakness. You took it head on and came out on top. You're a brave hero, Izumi, and we need that. Izumi. Thank you, sir. Endeavor. I would also like to share with you a note from the orphanage you volunteer at. Izumi. Really? Endeavor. The note says, we know you could make it to the finals. Izumi Wani-chan, you're our hero. That was from all the kids. Izumi. Thank you, kids. Endeavor. You on your way, Izumi. Even if you made mistakes in the past, you made up for it with everything you have done. As Endeavor hugs Izumi and breaks it and walks to Izuku. Endeavor. Izuku, look at you. As Endeavor puts his hands on Izuku's shoulders. Endeavor. You have come a long way from a boy who was quirkless. After your quirks awakened, you set out to work hard, and you finally made it. But I always believed you could be a hero. Even without your quirk, watching you grow up, I saw so much potential in you. I saw you could change the future, and that is what you're doing. You have your grandma's spirit, Izuku, and her heart of a hero. And when the time comes, I will be honored to step down and give praise to the new number one hero. As Endeavor hugs Izuku, as Izuku hugs back, as Endeavor hands Izuku the medal. Endeavor. You made me proud, Izuku. You were more my son than Shoto. Izuku. And you were more my dad than that bastard. Endeavor. That I was. As Endeavor turns and looks at everyone. Endeavor. Students, just because you failed today and didn't make it doesn't mean you can't be a hero. Take this loss and learn from it, and never give up. You are all can be heroes. As the students cheer as Endeavor speaks one last time. Endeavor. These concludes these Gears Sports Festival, but how about we all give everybody a big cheer for going beyond. Everyone. Plus Ultra. Right now we see Izuku walking with the girls to the dorms as Mitsuki and Rei walk out of the dorm tired and weak in the knees as they see Izuku. Mitsuki. Hey Izuku. Rei. Who won? Izuku. I did. Also, I hope you cleaned up in there. Mitsuki. What are you talking about? Rei. We didn't make a mess. Izuku. I know what you two did. Mimiri told me she gave you her key and told you where her toys are. Both? Oh, Izuku. I will take you both on dates after the girls. Both? Yes, Izumi. Man, Kasumi and Shoka would be pissed to hear this. Mitsuki. Actually, about them, we both got a text saying they are with Katsuki and Shoto. Rei. And that they will kill us for having feelings for Izuku and Izuku having feelings for us. Izuku. Well, might be best for both of you to stay at UA with those crazy bitches running around. Mitsuki. Good idea, Rei. That is, Mitsuki. We can also get closer to you, Izuku. Rei. I look forward to it, Izuku. Well then I guess see you around. We need to get to the dorms. Both. See you later, stud. As Izuku and the girls leave with the girls jealous of how developed Mitsuki and Rei were as they get into the dorm to see Aizawa and Yui in front of the class. Aizawa. Ah, good, you're all here now. Everyone, this is the new transfer student. Yui. Hello everyone, my name is Yui Kurata. I am transferring from Royal Biblia Academy. Denki. Hey, good looking, why don't I show you around? Yui. Sorry, but no, I already have Izuku showing me around when he has time. As everyone looked at Izuku as the girls got jealous. Girls. You're already on first names basis. Izuku. Yes, she told me to call her Yui and I said to call me Izuku. Yui. I don't like being called my last unless it's by someone I trust, and watching Izuku in the festival and talking to him I trust him. The girls see blush on Yui as they understand that in just a short period of time Yui feel for Izuku and calm down. Izumi. Kurata, we can all talk later, okay? Yui. Okay. Izuku. Anything else, uncle? Aizawa. Yes, 3 things. First, you all will be getting a new hero teacher with Inko. Izuku, I bet we already met the new hero teacher. Venom, you mean the smuck and hot blonde hair #1 hero from America? Izuku, yes. Carnage, oh yeah, I can't wait. Auntie, we are going to die by snoo snoo. Aizawa. Second, I will also be getting a teaching assistant who well is someone annoying. Hinata. Don't tell me. Aizawa. Yes, it's her. Hinata. Damn it, Izuku, I will need cuddles after we officially become a couple. Izuku. Okay. Aizawa. And with that said about you two dating, Aizawa would throw his scarf at Izuku, which Izuku could have dodged, but he let it capture him as Aizawa pins him on the wall. Aizawa. Hurt my baby girl and I will hunt you down, kill you and your quirks, then bring you back from the dead, kill you again, and repeat. I will also burn you junk off. Got it. Hinata. Dad, come on, this is embarrassing. As Aizawa looks at Hinata, then to Izuku, who is just looking at him. Izuku. I would never hurt her, sir, I promise. And if I do, I will make sure I come to you so you can kill me. Aizawa. Good, also here. As Aizawa drops Izuku and walks to a closet as Hinata goes to Izuku to see if he is okay, which she was, as Aizawa comes back and hand both a box. Aizawa. A present. As both look at each other as they open it and pull out a couple's sleeping bag as both look at him. Aizawa. It is the one I recommended to you, Izuku. Izuku. You mean the one with the death threat? Aizawa. Yes, anyway, I know the owner of the store that sells these, and since I am their #1 customer, he sent me it right away. Hinata. Dad, you didn't have to, this is embarrassing. Aizawa. I want you to be happy, and also it's a father's job to embarrass his child. Hinata. Dad, what did you say? Aizawa. I sigh. Aizawa stopped as everyone looked at him as Hinata speaks. Hinata. Leave the dorms and go to the teacher's dorm for the rest of the night. As Aizawa just walks away as everyone looks at her. Hinata. He always forgets to activate his quirk when I ask him the question, as everyone is now scared of Hinata because she can brainwash Aizawa. Hinata. Okay, well, Izuku can't wait for the 3-day movie marathon. I will take the sleeping bag for now. As Hinata takes it and runs away as Izuku see the girls talking to Yui as they take her to Izumi's room, as the others just go about their evening. Izuku. Okay, well, that just happened. Venom life for us has gotten very complicated. Carnage very anyway, shouldn't Namiri be her any moment? Auntie, yes, but I just thought of something. Izuku. What? Auntie Namiri's toys are in her room at the teacher's dorms, but Mitsuki and Rei come from hers. Izuku and the other two. Oh shit. Izuku runs to his room and opens it and goes in to see it is bigger, and sees it can hold about 20 people plus him, as he see multiple dressers, and also a really big bed, as he see a note on the table, and goes to it and reads it. Note. Hello, my favorite nephew of mine, like what I did to your room. I had it expanded to fit up to 20 people. Your harem, Namiri, Mitsuki, Rei and Kathleen, are already moved and Izumi will be joining tomorrow, and so will the others once your dates are over. Also, the room is so soundproof that not never Superman can hear through it. But with that said, no, making the girls pregnant, wait until you're graduated. But one more thing, there's a fridge in your room in the left corner filled with water to well refill the boys, if you know what I mean, so good luck. Sincerely, Uncle Rat God Nezu. As Izuku and the boys read the note and crumple it. Izuku. Damn that rat god. Venom, is he trying to kill us? Carnage, he probably is. I mean, this version of Nezu is friends with our creator Jinzo, so. Auntie, that is true. Jinzo. I am not even going to bother anymore because you all keep breaking the fourth walls, so I am done. Do what you please with breaking it. Izuku. Guys, stop anyway, so I will be sleeping with. Then wait, does that mean tonight? Midnight? That is right, big boy. As Izuku freezes and turns to see Midnight is sexy lingerie, as he also see Rei and Mitsuki both in lingerie, also putting their boobs together. Mitsuki. You getting milfs tonight, Izuku? Rei. We have been waiting for this for a long time. As arm wraps around Midnight and starts fondling her as Izuku sees it's Kathleen. Kathleen. It might be hard to believe, but I am actually a virgin, but also a huge pervert, so tonight you're popping my cherry and I will finally get to show my freaky side. As Izuku just looks at them as he looks down to see the tent he is pinching, as he looks at the force slowing walking to him. Izuku. God have mercy on my soul. Right now we see Kasumi and Shoka walking outside the dirty motel as they have food for themselves. Kasumi. How do you feel with Katsuki and Shoto killing Ichin? Shoka. We stop them, we kill Izumi and the others, but we kill Katsuki and Shoto when they try to kill Aizu. Kasumi. What about Toshinori and Riot? Shoka. Kill them too, I mean fire is their weakness. Katsumi. Yes, good, and with them gone and with the others gone, Ichin will be lonely, and we can take care of him, and he can finally love us. Shoka. Yes, once we kill Katsuki, Shoto, Toshinori and Ryu to save Aizu, he will be so thankful that he will love us and get us pregnant. Thus then both got a text as they take their phones out and see it's a text from their ex-mothers. They open it to see if they will leave Izuku, so they won't have to kill them. But when they opened it they froze as they see that it's a video of Izuku having sex with both of them, as both watch as Izuku cooms in them. Katsumi and Shoka was still frozen as Katsuki and Shoto come walking up to them as they grab their phones and play the video to see why both froze, as they both watch Izuku banging their ex-mothers, as they hear both of them say get us pregnant, so we can have better children, unlike those twins they had, which made Katsuki and Shoto start to foam in the mouth. Katsuki and Shoto, we will kill him. Meanwhile back at UA, we see Izuku making breakfast as the class comes down and see this as they see hickeys and bite marks on him as Izumi speaks. Izuku, you look like you just went 7 rounds with Midnight. Izuku, not just her, Mitsuki, Rei and Kathleen. The class was shocked as the guys were jealous Izuku is the harem king. The girls that like Izuku got jealous, and also roused thinking after their dates with him, they can have that experience as Izumi pouts. Izumi, could have told me I would have joined with Cipher. Izuku, we are going on a 2-day trip, remember you get me all to yourself. Izumi, oh that is right, ever mind. Izuku, oh also Uncle Aizawa came in earlier and told me we all have 2 weeks off from school, so we all can recharge, but that doesn't mean we can slack off, we still need to train and do homework. Izumi, you heard him, everyone. As the class nods and sits down as Izuku with the help on Venom gives everyone food as Midnight, Mitsuki, Rei and Kathleen comes down barely able to walk as everyone wonders how big Izuku is to cause that. Well, mainly the girls, the guys wonder how they can become harem kings like Izuku. As the day goes by as the girls talk to Midnight and the others that had sex with Izuku last night as Izuku is working out with some of the guys that are trying to keep up as they stop as Denki looks at Izuku. Denki, dude, how can you have so much energy after last night? Kirishima, yeah man, most guys would be drained and unable to move. Izuku, well you see it's all about stamina. When me and Midnight started our relationship she and I well built up a lot of stamina, and with Izumi joining it boosted it more, and now with the others, it boosted it more again. The guys just looked at him with envy as Izuku speaks again. Izuku, it also helps that with my quirk my stamina is boosted with their help. Kirishima, I've been meaning to ask that, but when you and the girls do it, do they see it, since they are living quirks? Izuku, oh yeah, but they don't say anything during it, they wait and talk about it later. Denki, so Izuku bro, I was wonder can you teach me how to be a harem king? Izuku, no. Denki, why not? Izuku, maybe because I don't even know how I became the harem king. I mean the only reason me and Amiri got together is because I told her for my birthday I wanted her to take my virginity, and doing that caused me to have my virginity taken once she found me again. After that dating her I got into some kinky shit, and well after Izumi and I started to date, I saw most of the girls had feelings for me, and well more and more now keep coming, so now I am a harem king. Kirishima, wow, so just because you said that to Midnight you are the harem king. Denki, so all I have to do is ask Midnight to take my virginity. Cool. As Denki runs off to talk to Midnight as Kirishima looks at Izuku who just goes back to working out. Kirishima, you're not going to stop him. Izuku, why would I? Kirishima, well maybe because that idiot is going to ask your girlfriend for sex. Izuku, why stop him when I already know what will happen? Just then Denki was thrown through the window of the dorm as Kirishima and the guys see a purple symbiote walking out. Vapor, never ask us to take your virility, you damn pervert, we are already in a happy relationship with the man, we love you creep. As the guys are scared as Denki pissed his pants as Izuku gets up from doing push-ups as he looks at Vapor. Izuku, he learned his lesson babe, so you don't have to scare him anymore. Vapor just looks at Izuku and nods as she retracts back into Midnight as she turns away and goes to the girls as Izuku walks to Denki. Izuku, how stupid are you? Denki, what? Izuku, you asked a girl already in a relationship and happy with the man she is with, which is me by the way, to take your virginity, thinking she would do it. Denki, well it worked for you. Izuku, oh sweet baby Jesus, it worked for me because she and I are romantic to each other. I mean come on Denki think. As Denki thinks and you can actually see smoke coming out as he looks at Izuku. Denki, oh it would be cheating. Izuku, yes he gets it, someone get him a medal. As Izuku just walks away as the other guys help Denki up as we cut to later in the day, as we see Izuku and Izumi packing for the trip she won with Izuku, since she made it the furthest in the sports festival. Izumi, so where are we going? Izuku, Izuku, oh no we're special, just a hot spring. Izumi, hot spring, oh yeah. As she starts jumping up and down excited as she stops and keeps packing. Izumi, I haven't been to a hot spring since me and you were 3. She stops when she said that as Izuku looks at her. Izuku, still thinking you don't deserve to be with me. Izumi, yeah. Izuku, talk to me. Izumi, Izuku, I beat you every day with my quirk with him. I love you as a man, not a brother, but I was beating you to make you quit your dream of being a hero, when instead I should have helped you achieve it. Sure, I started to come to my senses and get evidence to save you, but I shouldn't have even started to bully you. How can I be such an idiot to even follow Katsuki's stupid idea? Just then Izuku hugged Izumi from behind as he kisses her cheek. Izuku, You were young and learned from your mistake. You stopped and tried to save me. You took your punishment willingly and worked hard to make up for what you did. You stopped hanging out with Katsumi and Shoka, and look at where you are. You are dating me. Well, they became crazy possessive stalkers to think I would just forgive them because I apparently love them. I said this before, Izumi. You did everything right to earn my forgiveness even before we saw each other at UA. You didn't demand me to forgive you. You let me have space. You didn't tell me to quit being a hero and be a stay-at-home husband. You were happy to see me following my dream and believed in me. That is why you are dating me and deserve to date me, is because you understood what you did was wrong, owned up to it. As Izumi started to cry happy tears, and she turns to Izuku and hugs him. Izumi, I love you, Izuku. Izuku, I love you too, but now let's finish packing. Uncle Aizawa will be the one driving us to the hot springs, so we don't want to get on his bad side. Izumi, right. As both break the hugs and finish packing as they say goodbye to the others, Aziri wished she could come, but Izuku told her he will take her when they get back to get a kitty and puppy, which made her smile as everyone was happy to see that smile. Time skip. We see Izuku and Izumi in their room at the hot spring that has its own personal hot spring outside the room, as Izumi is amazed as Izuku looks at the female owner who showed them their room. Izuku, thank you, owner. Not at all, and at this time of year no one is here, so you two newlyweds can have as much fun as you want without disturbing anyone. As the owner leaves, as Izuku was shocked, she said that as Izumi heard it and was blushing as she looks at Izuku. Izumi. Izuku. Izuku. Yeah. Izumi. For this 2-day trip, can we pretend to be husband and wife? Izuku. Sure. Izumi. Well, my husband, should we get out of the room so you can carry me over the threshold? Izuku. Haha, if you want. As they both leave just so Izuku can carry Izumi over the threshold, as both laugh a little as Izuku puts Izumi down as she starts to get undressed. Izumi. I guess it's time to enjoy the hot spring, my husband. Izuku. And maybe something else, my wife. As Izuku slaps Izumi's ass, making her moan as Izuku gets undressed as both get in the hot spring and start making out. We see Izuku and Izumi outside the hot spring in with Venolana, who was happy and smiling because she became a woman again, as she speaks to Izuku and Izumi. Venolana. Feel free to come back anytime, you two, maybe with the rest of your harem also. I don't mind giving you all free rooms, but I will need to be allowed to join in on the fun. Izuku. Oh, don't worry, we will return with the others and you'll be able to join in. Izumi. You sure you don't want to join the harem? Venolana. No, I find it hotter to be the mistress of the hot spring than a full member makes it feel like we're sneaking around. Izuku. Which is hot. Venolana. Yes, it is. Just then a car pulled up, and Aizawa got out as he looks at Izuku and Izumi, who say their final goodbyes with Venolana, giving Izuku her panties, as he puts them in his pocket and gets in the car. Time skip 2 weeks later. We see everyone in class waiting as Izuku over the 2-week break has taken all the girls out on days besides Hinata, since her 3-day date is this coming weekend. The guys are jealous and looking at Izuku because he is dating Momo, Kyoka, Stella, Felicia, Gwen, Izumi, Hinata, Nejire, Midnight, Stars and Stripes, Mitsuki, and Rei. Mitsuki and Rei joined the staff of UA as assistants to RG since Rei was a nurse, and Mitsuki was studying to be a nurse because she didn't like her old job. Stars and Stripes became the new Hero 101 teacher with Inko, and announced she is moving to Japan, and is transferring hero agencies during this 2 weeks break. The students had America was a little pissed about it, but they shut up after she got pissed herself. She was giving rank 3 in Japan ranking, but she didn't care to lose number 1 because she was with Izuku. The class was also introduced to Aizawa's new teaching assistant, Ms. Joke, who was Aizawa's fiancé, which shocked everyone besides Izuku and Hinata, who knew because, well, she's Aizawa's daughter. Eri was so happy because she had so much mummies who love her. As Izuku is listening to music as Aizawa, Ms. Joke, Midnight, Stars and Stripes and Inko walk in as everyone gets in their seats as Izuku takes out his earbuds. Aizawa. Alright everyone, you all did a great job in the sports festival. Denki. Everyone was focused on Izuku and his girls though. Yui. Well, can you blame them? Aizu and my sisters were amazing, they gave it their all. Not saying you guys didn't, but they went beyond. Forgot to mention Yui became close to the girls in Izuku's harem, and they all started to call each other sisters. Yui wants to join the harem, but she thinks it is too soon, so she will wait for them to become closer. Inko. That is right, some of you still need a lot of training, but remember it is not about who is more popular, it's about saving others and stopping the villain. Kathleen. She is right, I may have been number 1, but to me that is just some useless number ranking. When other heroes are busy with movie deals and advertising merch, I was out working my ass off to save others. I didn't care about my popularity. Aizawa. Okay, moving on now, you're all going to be taking part in the internships with other heroes. Midnight. This will give you all experience in the field. Ms. Joke. Which will let you see what being a hero is truly about. Inko. Now heroes were watching you all in the festival, and some have made offers for you to intern under them. Here is the list of students that got offers. Izuku 34,000, Izumi 16,000, Stella 9,000, Gwen 9,000, Felicia 5,000, Kyoka 4,500, Momo 4,500, Hinata 4,500, Kirishima 190, Aizawa. As you can see, most are for Izuku and his harem. Denki. Not fair. Inko. Kaminari please. Denki. Sorry. Ms. Joke. But just because some of you didn't get offers doesn't mean you're not going to intern with heroes. You all will choose from 40 heroes that help any hero in training. Aizawa. I want your choices in by Friday. Class. Got it, sir. Midnight. Now since you'll be out in the field you all need codenames. The class starts cheering besides Izuku and his girls as Aizawa shuts the rest up by using his quirk. This joke. Codenames are to show you are a hero and for the people to know who you are. Kathleen. You have to make it meaningful. Your hero name will stick with you forever. Izuku. Like Eraserhead. As Izuku, Inko, Midnight, and Ms. Joke start laughing as Aizawa gives Izuku the death glare as everyone was confused. Hinata. Izzy, what's so funny about dad's hero name? Izuku. He never told you yet. Aizawa. Izuku, I swear to God if you tell they will never find the body. Ms. Joke. Mick gave him the name because his head looked like a racer Mick had. As the class started to snicker as Aizawa looked at Ms. Joke as he glared at her. Ms. Joke. Don't give me that look unless you want me to jump you. You know that look gets my motor running. Aizawa looked away as Hinata had a face of disgust as she wishes she was dead. Hearing that as the class went quiet as Midnight speaks. Midnight. Okay, Kathleen will pass out whiteboards for you all to write your name down, and then when you're down you will show the class. Mina. We are showing them. Inko. Yes, we all need to see if it jumps. If you have a name that people don't like or can't trust you won't make it far as a hero. Aizawa. I am taking a nap also Emi. If you try to get in my sleeping bag again, I will cancel Fluffy from performing at our wedding. Ms. Joke. Nuo, not fair but fine. As the students start thinking and writing down some names as Izuku thinks with Venom, Carnage and Anti. Izuku, any ideas guys? Venom, it has to be something we all like. Carnage, maybe something with all our names in it. Anti, that might be too hard to say, and coming up with a good arrangement for names will be hard. Izuku, true, it has to be something that shows that we are one. Venom, something that shows our connection. Carnage, something that shows bond. Anti, something that shows even if we are dissimilar we are perfect together. All four, that's it. Stripping everyone besides Izuku's harem. Momo. Alright, my hero name is the everything hero. Creaty. Midnight. Love the name. Kathleen. Fits you perfectly. Kyoka. The hearing hero, I'm here for Jack. Midnight. Now that's a good one. Inko. Your ears are beautiful Jiro and you show that. Felicia. Well, my father calls me this, and I love it. My hero name is Black Cat. Kathleen. Wonderful name, your father must really love you. Felicia. He does. Stella. Alright, I am going my levitate after my quirk's name. Inko. Simple but good. Midnight. Agreed, I love it. When? I am going by a name Izuku gave me. I am the spectacular spider girl. Midnight. We are using a name that Izuku gave which actually fits you perfectly. Great idea. Hinata. Well, I had a hard time thinking of a name, but I came up with this. Violet. Ms. Joke. Using the color of your hair for a name, not bad, I like it. Midnight. Same. Note, it took me a long time to come up with a name for Hinata. I was trying to think of something related to her quirk, but I started to get pissed because I couldn't think of anything, so I went with Violet because of the hair color. Yui. Well, I had this one in mind since I was 10. My hero name, Mark Symphony. Midnight. Love it. Kathleen. Same. Izumi. Well, I love this old movie with telekinesis powers, so I am using its name. I am Chronicle. Izuku. I figured you used that as your hero name. Izumi. Hey is my favorite movie about telekinesis, so be quiet you. As Izumi sits down as everyone looked at Izuku who stands up and walks to the front. Izuku. Now I had to think with Venom, Carnage and Anti, and I think we came up with a great name. Venom, Carnage and Anti came out of Izuku as they show everyone the name. All four. We are the Clinter hero. Symbiosis. This name came from WILLIAMFOWLER 203. I really love this name, and it does fit perfectly, so thank you William for the name. Izuku. This name show our relationship. Venom. Our bond together. Carnage. The interactions we share. Anti. We may be dissimilar organisms. All four. But we are one. As everyone looks at them as they all agree, the three are tracked back into Izuku as he sits down as Aizawa get up. Aizawa. Alright, now you have the rest of the day to think of what heroes you want to intern with. As the teachers leave, as Kathleen looks at Izuku before she leaves. Kathleen. Izuku, you interning with me, remember that. Izuku. I will think about it. I mean, Gramps wants me to train with him also. Kathleen. Well, if you pick him you don't get to join me working out getting all sweaty with the old friend of mine. Izuku. Which friend? Kathleen. I believe you know her, Mirko. Izuku. Mirko the rabbit hero. Well, I guess I can intern with you. Kathleen. Thought so. She been wanting to meet you and fight you since she watched the sports festival. She also put in a request for you, which is surprising. Izuku. No shit, she doesn't like working with others. I am surprised you are also old friends with her. Kathleen. We will talk about that later. As she leaves, as his harem all go to him. Izumi. Looks like another pro will join soon. Izuku. Probably. Anyway, where are you all going? Stella. I am going with Endeavor. I already made that decision at the rewards. Izuku. Right, when? I am going with Momo and Kyoka to intern with Ryukyu. Izuku. Oh, Momo. Nejire told us she wants us to help us with taking down bigger opponents. Kyoka. And plus Ryukyu is a hero that many people look up to. Izuku. That is true, she is a hero Stain thinks is worthy of the name. Izumi. Did you hear about Ingenium, Izuku? I did, but it doesn't really concern me. I mean, it's not like that control freak will go after Stain. He follows the rule. Plus he can't do the internships because he is in general studies. So him going to the city Stain is impossible for him to do. Izumi. Right, anyway, I'm interning with mom to work on strengthening my telekinesis. Hinata. I am going with dad to learn more with using the capture scarf. Izuku. Felicia. The WWP. Izuku. You a good choice. Izumi. What about you, Yui? Oh well, since I didn't participate since I'm new, I have to pick a hero from the 40 heroes that will take any student. Izuku. I seen the list. I think you should go with Fat Gum. He is another hero that Stain thinks is a true hero. Izumi. Izuku, why are you talking about Stain so much? Izuku. Well, because of this. Izuku pulls out a letter and shows the girls as they go wide-eyed to see the letter is from Stain. Letter from Stain. Izuku Parker, you are the one I have been waiting for, a hero to change this world. I have already seen changes from the heroes on my list to kill. They came clean with their under-the-table stuff because of you. Students that have been bullied or have been called villain because of their quirk are working hard to prove themselves that they can be heroes like you. So Izuku Parker, I will be waiting for you in Hosa City. Came and face me, because it will be an honor to be taken down by you. Stain. End of letter. As the girls look at him as he puts the letter away. Izuku. Uncle Nezu got that letter yesterday, and he is waiting for the Hero Association to agree to give me a temporary hero license again to face Stain. Izumi. Wow, Yui. Aren't you scared? Izuku. No, Momo. Even though we know you will win with Venom, Carnage and Anti, please be careful. Izuku. Don't worry, we will. Meanwhile in a dark alley. Stain. Soon I will face Izuku Parker, someone actually worthy of the title unlike you. As Stain pulls out his sword out of Shoto's leg. Stain. You think you are a hero, you're nothing but a villain. Shoto. Shut up. Stain. You found me randomly and thought why not attack. I also did my research on you. You believe Izuku Parker a true hero, I should kill you now. But I won't, I will let him do that. As Stain stabs Shoto in the arm one last time, then walks away and disappears in the shadows. Stain. Soon Izuku Park soon. Right now we see it is morning as we see the girls in Izuku's room, or should I say their room, because they all moved into his room once their dates were over, and they became couples. As the girls wake up and look to see Izuku gone as they talk. Mitsuki. Where's Izuku? Ray. I don't know. Momo. Maybe he is out training like he does every morning. Hinata. That is probably the case. Nejire. Hey, so question, what dresser is mine? Midnight. Oh right, forgot you moved in last night, it's the one next to Izumi. Izumi. In the middle on the right side of the lap. As Nejire gets out of bed only wearing her panties and bra, and goes to the dresser as she points as the girls nod as Nejire grabs her suitcase and start unpacking her clothes into the dresser. Kathleen. Okay, so girls who still needs to sleep with Izuku. Hinata. We slept with him last night. Kathleen. No, I mean get their cherry popped. This made Hinata, Kyoka, Gwen, Stella, Felicia. Momo and Nejire blush hard as the ones that already had sex with Izuku smirk. Mitsuki. When it happens, girls, you will understand what being a woman in heat feels like, right? It will be hard at first, but that is because it's your first time. Kathleen. But once you get used to it like I did because Izuku was my first, you will want more. Midnight. Okay, that is enough girls, now we all have to get ready for school. As the girls get out of bed and get dresses, they head to the common area to see Izuku playing with Eri as they smile. As everyone heads to class or for the teachers their office or teacher lounge, as Eri goes to Nezu's office because Nezu is her teacher. As the day goes by, as we cut to the 6 if you count right. Toshinori. Well Shoto, you had a run-in with Stain, and now you can't walk because he stabbed your leg and killed it. Shoto. If it wasn't for Katsuki bringing me here, I would still be in that alley. Katsuki. Can we heal him or something? Shoka. Please Toshinori. Katsumi. I am sure the doctor that worked for AFO can heal him. Toshinori. No, he is just dead. Wait now. As a grey tendril shoots out of Toshinori's hand and stabs Shoto in the heart, killing him as the others go wide-eyed as Shoka starts to cry as Riot forms. Right. Anyone who is dead weight dies. As Riot goes to Shoto's body and picks him up and eats him, making Shoka sicken. Katsuki. You're right, if you're dead weight you must die. Katsumi. Shoto lost his leg, so he would have slowed us down in our plan to kill the ones that betrayed us. Shoka looked at Katsumi and Katsuki as she looked down. Shoka, this isn't what I wanted to be with Aizu, but I lost him, and now I lost my brother. Also following them made me lose my other family. I know what I have to do. As Shoka gets up as Riot retracts back into Toshinori as he walks away as Katsumi looks at Shoka. Katsumi. You okay? Shoka. Yes, he was dead weight, so he needed to die. Katsuki. In this life to rule and do whatever we want, some weaklings need to die, and Shoto was weak because he couldn't use his leg. Shoka. You're right, but I'm going for a walk. Katsumi. You want me to join you? Shoka. No. As she leaves, as both Katsumi and Katsuki shrug as Katsuki headed to a room with a hooker in it, as Katsumi went to another with her Izuku shrine in it. Meanwhile Shoka was heading in the direction of Yue. Time skip brought to you by Chibi Eri having a tea party with Chibi Izuku, Chibi Venom, Chibi Carnage, and Chibi Anti, who all have pink sun hats on. As class was over, as Nezu walked into the classroom with Rei, who looks sad and has been crying. Nezu. Izuku, please come with us. Izuku. Sir, is something wrong? Nezu. You will see. As Izuku goes to Nezu as his harem tries to go with him, but Nezu said he just wants Izuku. As they step back as Izuku, Nezu and Rei head to his office. As they walk in, they see the other teachers and Izuku see Shoka in court cancelling cuffs in a chair looking down. Izuku. What is she doing back here? Nezu. Izuku, please let her speak. Izuku. Okay. As Izuku goes behind Nezu's desk with him and the other heroes as they all look at Shoka. Shoka. I am sorry, Izuku. Izuku. Ha. Shoka. I am sorry for everything, the bullying and trying to force you back. I am sorry for everything. As Izuku is shocked, same with the teachers. Izuku. Why now? Shoka. Because Toshinori Yagi killed Shoto in front of me, and a symbiote named Riot ate him. This made everyone shocked as Izuku is pissed because Riot is bonded with that man. Shoka. I wanted to be with you so bad that I went crazy for you. I didn't see what I was doing was batshit crazy. Having a shrine of you, was planning on raping you for a child. It all seemed normal for me, but when I watched my brother get eaten, I realized this isn't what I wanted at all. I only wanted to be with the one I loved, help him be the hero he was always destined to be. Grow old and happy, but I ruined that by listening to Bakugo. Once I bullied you, I ruined my chances. Izumi was right by leaving us, because she did the right things to earn your forgiveness. Where I was influenced by Katsumi, who said, if we see him he will love us no matter what, but I should have left her when she said that. As Izuku looked at Shoka as she spoke again. Shoka. I never wanted any of this, I just wanted to be with you, but that will never happen, and I have to accept that, so I am turning myself in and asking to be put in a juvenile prison, so I can pay for what I did. Everyone was shocked as Izuku had his head down with his eyes being covered by his hair. Izuku. Shoka. Shoka. Yes, Izuku. Thank you. Shoka. Ha, Izuku. You came to your senses and well, I don't forgive you, but I will come visit you when you start getting the help you need. Shoka. Thank you, and again I am sorry for everything. I know just saying that doesn't make things better, but I will show you by my actions. Izuku. That is all I ask. Nezu. Well, Shoka, since you turned yourself, and I will get you into some programs that will help you in any way you need when you're in the villain rehabilitation center. Shoka. Thank you, sir. I will work hard. Nezu. I will call Endeavor to come pick you up and take you to the center, but for now you will be placed in the detention room and watched over. Shoka. I understand, sir. Nezu. Aizawa. As Aizawa goes to Shoka, who stands up and follows Aizawa as she stops. Shoka. Izuku and Rei. Rei. Yes, Shoka. I am glad you're together. I am happy to see you both happy. I hope one day I can be just as happy. As Shoka leaves with Aizawa, as Rei is happy that Shoka is now getting help, and that she asks for help as Izuku walks away. Rei. Izuku, baby, you okay? Izuku. I just need time alone with my thoughts, and by that I mean talk with the boys in my head. As he walks out of the office, as we cut to Izuku on the roof of UA as Venom, Carnage and Auntie come out as he sit down and watches the sunset. Izuku. I still can't believe it. Venom. We can't either. Carnage. She came to turn herself in. Auntie. She also understands that she will never be with you, and she is happy you're with Rei. Izuku. And Shoto is dead. That is what made her open up her eyes. I mean, she probably talked about killing people to get with me, but I guess actually seeing someone get killed in front of her made her see the truth of her mistakes. Venom. It also probably helped since it was her twin brother, someone that looks like her. Carnage. Seeing Shoto die is like seeing herself die. Auntie. Which is kind of foreshadowing what will happen to her if she doesn't get help now. Izuku. God, I think seeing that would get me to get help also. Venom. I think it would for everyone. Carnage. But let's move on. Yagi is bonded with Riot. Auntie. That is right, we should get all the information Shoka has on him and Yagi. Izuku. That is a good idea. As he looks down to see Endeavor walking with Shoka to his car and just gets up and jumps down as Venom forms and lands on the ground, making Endeavor and Shoka look at him as Venom retracts into Izuku as he goes to Shoka. Izuku. I need information about Yagi and Riot. Shoka. Shoka. Of course, what do you need to know? Izuku. Everything. As Shoka starts to explain Toshinori's and Riot's plan, and that they are teamed up with the law and that they've been killing and trapping women, she also told Izuku their location, which Endeavor know where that was because he patrols there. As Shoka finishes telling Izuku everything she knows, as Izuku thanked her, as Izuku goes to Nezu and explains what Shoka told him, as Nezu starts to make a plan to go after Toshinori and twins. Meanwhile, they didn't realize that someone was listening in and ran away and made a phone call. Katsuki. Phone. What you want? Spark plug. Denki. Phone. Dude, Shoka betrayed you guys. She came clean and turned herself and she gave up your location. Katsuki. Phone. That bitch, I will kill her. Thanks, spark plug. Denki. Phone. Get out of there fast. Nezu is already making a plan to catch you all today. Katsuki. Phone. Will do. As Denki hung up the phone and turned around to see the teachers and Izuku. Denki. Shit. Izuku. So you're a traitor, Kaminari? Well, let's have a chat. We see Denki tied up with court cancelling cuffs on as the pros and Izuku are looking at him with the detective. Nezu. Denki. Kaminari, why are you giving information to villains, and why have you betrayed Yue? Denki. Because of him. As he looks at Izuku, who looked at him. Izuku. Why me? Denki. Because you've been getting all the girls. Every girl I flirt with brushes me off like I am creepy, but oh, when they see you they literally drop their panties for you. Izuku. Are you serious? You betrayed us because I am good with the ladies. Denki. Yes, asshole. One day when I was walking home I bumped into someone that looked like Kasumi, and I learned he was her brother, Izuku. Katsuki, Denki. We got to talking about how much we hate you. We might hate you for different reasons, but we still hate you. I got his number, and been keeping him up to date about information about them when you talk about them, Nezu. So you endangered many innocent people by giving villains information just because you came on too strong with the girls, and they looked at Izuku like eye candy, Denki. Yes, are you stupid or something? I just said that. Detective. He is telling the truth, which I have to admit this is the stupidest reason I have ever heard. The others agreed as Denki was confused. Denki. No, my reason is a good one. I couldn't get with girls because they are looking at this bastard like he is candy. Nezu. Well, we can't charge you with anything since you didn't hurt anyone, but you are expelled for giving information to villains, and will be blacklisted from all other hero schools in Japan. Denki. Are you serious? Just because I warned villains that you were coming for them, Nezu? That and any other info you gave them, yes. Denki. Damn it. As Mick took Denki away as Nezu called his parents to let them know what was going on, which pissed them off especially since his mom is a hero. Meanwhile Izuku is talking too with the others. Izuku. That idiot. Inko. I guess jealousy can make you do stupid things. Midnight. Well, let's face it, he was always stupid. His grades are barely passing, like 55% at most, sometimes 60%. Aizawa. The only reason he got in was because of the points he got from the entrance exam, because he barely passed the written part. Kathleen. It's also sad that the only reason we heard him talking on the phone is because he went into the joining office with Nezu's. Izuku. Be dumb anyway. Heading to the dorms. It's been a long day. I want to cuddle. Yes. Mitsuki. I would join, but I got studying to do with RJ. Kathleen. I would also, but I got paperwork. Midnight. Same with me. Izuku. You can join later. As Izuku and Rei leave and head to the dorms, as we cut to them in the room on the bed talking while cuddling. Izuku. So what now with Shoka, Rei? I don't know. I mean, I technically did disown her as a daughter, but I guess I always hoped for her to ask for help with this crazy side of her. Izuku. To be honest, I did too. I always seen it was Kasumi that was pushing it more, with Shoka demanding me to be with them. Rei. Well, I guess when it came down to the way they acted, it because of the parenting, me and Enji was in the middle of getting a divorce, because we both didn't love each other anymore, but still stayed friends, and Mitsuki, because he ex-cheated on her with a coworker. Izuku. Yeah, but you and Uncle Enji still tried to raise them right. Mitsuki, she agreed with me on this. She lost control of them, because they took the divorce harder than her. Rei. Could be why Kasumi is so obsessed with you. She doesn't want to lose the one guy she still loves. Izuku. But she did and became crazy that she thinks doing what she is doing is normal. Rei. I guess that is the difference between Shoka and Kasumi. Shoka saw me and Enji getting along as friends even though we aren't together. She could go see him whenever she wanted, while Kasumi couldn't see her dad and rebel against Mitsuki with Katsuki, which caused them to be cruel. Izuku. Maybe I mean Shoka did agree to bully me, but Katsuki and Shota were pushing it with them. Izumi also told Yuz they were pretty forceful with them to bully me. I guess once Shoka seen that even after everything she knows she needed help. Rei. I am glad. As Rei snuggles into his chest as he pats her head. Izuku. Hey, Rei. Yeah, Izuku. We should go see Toya and Mo, Rei. Yes, I get to see my grandbaby. Izuku. Why not make it a family day welcoming the little one, Rei? I will call Enji and Kara so they can come. Izuku. Uncle Enji will probably say we can use his place, Rei. Which is fine. No, can you call Fayumi and Natsu? Izuku. Sure. As both call everyone while they still cuddle as it was set for as soon as Mo is out of the hospital, Rei. Hey Izuku. Izuku. Yes, Rei. You know I only have many 10 more years until I am unable to have kids, so, Izuku. You want to start trying for kids, Rei? Maybe. Izuku. That is a yes, Rei. Me and Mitsuki want at least one more and plus with Izuku. Yeah, I know. Well, I guess you need to buy some tests to see if you're ovulating, and for Mitsuki, Rei. We already bought some, not just for us, but for the others also. Izuku. I am scared now, Rei. We want snoo. As Izuku looks to the side and is now looking at all of you. Izuku. Readers, pray for me. We see Izuku waking up as he gets kicked in the head, and looks to see it was Felicia who had her ass almost in front of his face, as he sees the girls all over him sleeping as he likes it, but also couldn't breathe, so he need to get out on the pile of girls. As he successfully gets out without waking any of them as he leaves after getting dressed, as he goes down to the kitchen to see Aizawa there drinking coffee as Izuku pours himself a cup and joins Aizawa. Aizawa. So how was the movie marathon, Izuku? Great, Hinata and I had a great time, and my god, that sleeping bag you got us was so comfy. The only problem was it was super hot in the theater, and we needed to strip in the sleeping bag to our underwear. It's a good thing no one could see anything. Aizawa. You and my daughter got naked together. Izuku froze because he mentioned that as he looked at Aizawa, who had his eyes covered as Izuku was scared on what he might do. Aizawa. You do anything else? Izuku. Scared. No sir, just strip to the underwear. Aizawa. Okay, but if you're going to sleep together like that now then here. As Aizawa pulls out a box of condoms for Izuku and gives them to him as Izuku looks confessed as Aizawa speaks. Aizawa. I already knew you spent time together naked in the sleeping bag. I overheard Hinata talking about it with Emi, so just know as her father, I want to kill you for that, but I also want to see her happy and well she is happy with you, and well, I know it's going to happen so, Izuku. You're just going to give me condoms, Aizawa. Yes also you get her pregnant I will castrate you, Izuku. Understood, sir, Aizawa. Good. As both drink coffee in silence as everyone shows up and eats as we cut to everyone at the train station as Izuku was with Kathleen. Aizawa. Okay don't make me look bad when you're with the heroes. Everyone. We won't sir. Aizawa. Problem child. Don't get Kathleen or Mirko pregnant. Izuku. Why say Mirko? Aizawa. Really? Izuku. Yeah good point I know she will be part of the harem. Kathleen. She does want some special training. Izuku. I hate harem life sometimes. Kathleen. Suck it up. Izuku. K. Aizawa. Anyway get going also problem child you were given the okay to go after Stain. Izuku. Cool. Aizawa. Alright, dismiss. As we cut to Izuku and Kathleen driving as Kathleen pulls into a parking lot as it's a gym as both walk in and see only a receptionist as Kathleen and Izuku go to her. Lady. Hello can I help you? Kathleen. Yeah we are here to see Rumi. Lady. Name. Izuku. Izuku Parker and Kath. Lady. Oh Mr. Parker Mirko told me you were coming please go through those doors she asked. Did you meet her in her locker room? Izuku. Ah what? Kathleen. Come on big boy you heard right. As Kathleen drags Izuku to the locker room as they enter as they don't see Mirko, but then heard footsteps coming out of the shower as they both see Mirko with only a towel wrapped around her neck and covering her boobs, but the lower half is in plan view for Izuku to see. As Mirko sees them she walks up to them as Izuku looks away as Mirko smirks, and so does Kathleen. Mirko. Why you looking away? Izuku. Well because well, Mirko. Oh don't be like that I heard you're quite the prev when you're going at it, so why act innocent now? Izuku. Kathleen how much did you tell her? Kathleen. A lot. Izuku. Great, Mirko. Relax I'm not going to jump you yet, I was just getting the sweat off from my third workout waiting for you too. Izuku. Then please cover up. Mirko. You didn't tell him. Kathleen. Nope. Izuku. Tell me what? Mirko. This is my own agency and personal gym, no one else uses it, and there are no cameras, so I work out naked, and that is the rule for both of you also. Izuku. What? Mirko. With this internship we will be training naked in this gym. Kathleen. That is right. As Izuku looks at Kathleen who already stripped as Izuku sighed and took off his clothes as Mirko see his package. Mirko. Wow. Kathleen. I know right. Mirko. Oh I can't wait for tomorrow. Izuku. Why what is happening tomorrow? Mirko. My heat cycle, so you will need to bring your A game Izuku, because we'll be fucking like crabbits and yes pun intended. Izuku. Have mercy. As Mirko and Kathleen pull Izuku into the equipment room and start working out as we see many different things as we cut to Yue. We see Midnight talking with Inko. Midnight. So girl have you found anyone yet? Inko. No I mean my sexual urges are gone thanks to Midnight. Izuku with that one night stand. Inko. Yeah I still can't believe we did it. You're a bad influence when it comes to sex. Midnight. Guilty as charged but anyway Inko you need to find someone you can see yourself with. Inko. Well it's hard to find good men nowadays. Midnight. Why are you looking for a guy only you're bisexual why not look for a girl to date? Inko. Actually that might be a good idea. I mean I think I know someone looking for a girlfriend. Midnight. Who? Inko. Ryukyu. As Midnight smirks as she pulls out Ryukyu's number and gives it to Inko. Inko. How do you? Midnight. Ryukyu asked me to give you her number. She has had a thing for you since high school, and I know you two fooled around experimenting when you were in high school, so when she learned you were single, she gave me her number for when you to call, if you ever wanted to make things romantic. Inko. You really are a bad influence and sneaky that way you brought up I was bi, and should look for a girl instead. Midnight. Guilty. Inko. But thanks. As Inko leaves and calls Ryukyu as she answers and was happy to hear Inko's voice as both agreed to meet each other for coffee. As we cut back to Izuku who was well let's say having his hard time with the situation he's in, because Mirko and Kathleen were doing squats in front of him. Izuku are going to die. All three yes you are, but what a way to go have fun. As Izuku curses them out as he didn't realize Mirko and Kathleen grabbing his dick, but when he realized, Mirko. Screw waiting for tomorrow my heat cycle is acting up now. Kathleen. You look to be in pain let us help. Izuku. Oh god why? It has been 4 days since the internships began and well for Izuku he was madly having sex with Mirko, Kathleen and her receptionist who Mirko got to join tapped out on the second day, but due to Mirko's rapid quirk heat cycle, she wasn't satisfied with just 2 days, but was satisfied on the 4th day. We now see Izuku getting dressed as Mirko and Kathleen are watching the show, and are sad when he put pants on. Izuku. Alright I'm heading out to go capture Stain. Kathleen. We should really be going with you. Mirko. That is right I want to kick his ass. Izuku. Lady Stain called me out he will only fight me, so if you join he will probably get mad and do some serious damage on you, and I don't want that. Mirko. Fine that just gives me time to talk to Nezu about joining Yue as a teacher. Kathleen. I ring him up after Izuku leaves. Izuku harem life is the best, but also can suck. As Izuku leaves, as he walks past the receptionist, does she look at him and winks and thanked him for the experience, as Izuku didn't know what to say. He just left. As we cut to Izuku on a train as he closes his eyes. Izuku, the hero killer Stain. Venom a dangerous photo face. Carnage we were barely able to get info on him. Auntie, the only thing we could really get is crime scene photos of his attacks. Izuku that is true, but from that we were able to figure out something that not even the police, heroes and detectives could find. Venom. That is correct. Carnage what was it again? Izuku how he stops the heroes from moving. Auntie right. Izuku remember when we looked at the photos we always saw a small cut on his arm. We with some of the reports Stain's quirk has something to do with blood. He cuts them to draw out their blood to paralyze them. Venom then he uses his quirk on them. But how? Izuku 3 questions 1 his quirk adds something to the blades he uses to cut them. 2. His quirk is like Aizawa's where he looks at the blood and makes them paralyzed. But that one is super unlikely. Auntie why is that? Izuku because a quirk like that would work without cutting them. Carnage I see what is the third one. Izuku third guess is that he drinks the blood. All 3 what? Izuku some videos we seen he always lick his blade with blood on it. The heroes and police think it's to put fear in them, but he can do that without doing that. I believe the little cuts is to draw the blood on his blade to lick it, so his quirk can paralyze them. Auntie that is actually a smart theory that might be true. Venom if it is we must make sure he doesn't get Izuku's blood. Carnage that is the top priority when fighting Stain. Izuku good we don't need another Carnage running around in a host that loves to kill heroes. Carnage why say me? Venom you know why. Carnage okay fair, but still didn't need to say my name. Auntie we are almost there. As Izuku opens his eyes to see Hosu as he looks to see the sun going down. Izuku well then it's time. Meanwhile in a warehouse. Toshinori. That bitch Shoka betrayed us, and now the fake heroes will try and stop true heroes like us from taking over again. Katsuki. I should have killed her a long time ago. Katsumi. Hey she can still be brought back to our side. Toshinori. No if we see her right we'll eat her. Katsumi. No we can still use her remember, we can use her fire to kill Venom once and for all. Raya comes out of Toshinori and looks at Katsumi. Right. You got a point so I will put you in charge of getting her back on our side, but if you fail I will eat you. Toshinori. Don't fail Katsumi. Katsumi. I want she wants to marry Ichin, and that crazy love for him is what drives her like me. But before I go free her I must strip naked and worship my Ichin shrine. As Katsumi leaves and goes to a new empty room that she made her Izuku shrine in as starts taking off her clothes as starts bowing in front of the shrine. Katsuki. I wouldn't be able to kill him if she is that crazy for him, right? Relax after we kill Venom he will be so weak that there will be no point in killing him. Toshinori. Plus if we kill Kasumi you can still kill that brat. Kasumi. Good I always wanted to be only child, right? It doesn't matter to me I just want Venom dead, but we will make that happen. As the 3 look to see Shigaraki walking in with some new people. Toshinori. Shigaraki you're finally here. Shigaraki. Yes it took a little long to break into the Yakuza house, since they are on high alert since the death of Overhaul, but I got it. As Shigaraki looks at a blonde hair girl he skips to Toshinori and hands him a case. Name Himiko Toga and this is what Overhaul is working on. As Toshinori opens the case and looks inside and sees bullets. Shigaraki. He was working on quirk erasing bullets, but with him dead they can't continue their work also those last for 30 minutes. Toshinori. That is all the time we need to use these bullets to take away the quirks of everyone that is on the kill list. Shigaraki. I hated you all might, but now I see we are one and the same. Toshinori. We are not the same. Shigaraki. Whatever if you excuse us we need to attack Hosu because the hero killer Stain pissed me off. As they leave as Toshinori and Katsuki laugh as Riot also starts laughing as we see Katsumi now touching herself while she sniffs Izuku's old boxer. As we cut back to Izuku jumping from roof to roof at night looking in alleyways trying to find Stain. As he stops he hears some and looks to see Stain over native and a boy with blue hair. Izuku. That idiot what is he doing here? As Izuku jumps down as Stain was about to stab Iida, but stops when he hears Izuku land. As Stain sees Izuku he smiles and moves his blade from Iida, and turns to Izuku. Stain. Yes finally the true hero I seek has come. Izuku. You're the one that asked me to come find you. Stain. Oh and I am so happy you did now we can fight and see if you can free me. Izuku free him what does that mean? Venom don't know, but maybe we will look out. As Venom takes over and jumps out of the way as Stain attacked hoping to cut Izuku, but failed as Stain starts to throw knives and shurikens, but Venom fully forms and catches them all as Stain disappears, and then appears behind Venom and stabs him. Venom grabs Stain and throws him to the ground, but Stain rolls and stops himself from hitting the ground and looks at Venom. Stain. Now before we count I will drink your blood to paralyze you so I can kill those two. As Venom starts to laugh as Stain was confused as Venom spoke. Venom. What blood? As Stain looks at his blade and see no blood as he smirks and looks at Izuku. Stain. That quirk of yours can hide you blood can't it? Venom. We move Izuku's body around inside us he's like liquid in a way. This way he is protected from behind injured in a fight. The only way to hurt him is with another one of our kind. Stain. Interesting so drinking your blood is out of the question and seeing how fast you are. I can't simply kill those two without you getting in my way. Yes a true hero to give me a true challenge. Venom. You said free you before we fought what do you mean? Stain. Oh, I want to be free from what I have become. The monster I turned myself into. I want to be free. Venom. What? Stain. That is why I've been looking for a true hero to kill me. Someone not scared to end a life if it means saving others. You, Izuku Parker, are the one that can end my suffering and save others. Venom. I see. Stain. But before I die, I want one last fight with that true hero. Akayu, so give me everything you got. As Stain rushes Venom as he goes for a slash, but Venom blocks it and punches Stain, sending him into a wall. But Stain quickly recovers and throws more knives and shurikens at Venom, but he take the hit, making Stain confused on why he didn't dodge them, but then see Venom shoot them back by pushing them out of his body. Stain dodges the attack, but then gets punched in the face by Venom and slides on the ground, landing in front of Ida, who tried to stab Stain with a knife that landed in front of him, but Stain moved to the side and kicked the knife, and was about to stab Ida, but Venom shoot a tendril at the blade and pulled it away. Venom. Sorry, he might be a dick, but I can't let you kill him. Stain. Very well, as Stain just kicks Ida in the face with his spike boots, knocking him out and doing a number on his face as Stain look at Venom. Stain. I forgot to ask, what is your hero name? As Venom retracts his head and shows Izuku's as he looks at Stain. Izuku. We are the Clinter hero. Symbiosis. Stain. Well, Symbiosis, I think it's time we end this. As Stain pulls out a smaller sword as Venom reforms his head as Stain rushes Venom and stabs him in the heart, but it did nothing as Stain stands back and bows his head. Stain. That is all I have left, so please end my suffering, set me free. As Venom grabs Stain. Venom. Are you sure you want this? Stain. Yes. As Venom opens his mouth as Stain closes his eyes and accepts his death that he wished for as Venom ate him, and then he tracks back into Izuku as he picks up Stain's sword. Izuku. Stain, you wish to die and I have granted that wish. As Izuku looks to see Ida still knocked out and Native passed out due to blood lost, but still alive as Izuku called the ambulance. Just as Izuku was about to leave with Stain's sword, explosion goes off as Izuku jumps to the roof and see Nomu attacking the city. Izuku. Well boys, who's ready to save a city? All three, let's do it. We start this off with a young couple running in the street, as the Nomu crawls after them as the female trips as the boyfriend gets in front of her, as the Nomu jumps and was about to kill the boyfriend, but then gets sent into a parked car by a punch, as the couple look to see Carnage with Stain's sword in his hand, as he looked at the couple. Carnage. You would have died for your girlfriend. You have my respect because that shows you truly love you. Now take her and run, I got this. As the boyfriend nods and picks up his girlfriend and runs away as Carnage look as the Nomu getting up as Carnage also looks at Stain's sword and then puts it inside him. Carnage. Can't let this get destroyed. As the Nomu attack Carnage as he just blocks the attack and makes his hand axe and cuts the Nomu in half, killing it as Carnage looks around and see no there as he picks up the Nomu and eats it. Just then a bigger explosion happened and Carnage run to see many heroes fight a bigger Nomu and a flying Nomu who picks up a female heroes and takes her in the air as the other heroes freak and say they don't have a chute to save her because of the fire and the flying Nomu's movement. But Carnage had a different plan. He ran on the side of wall and jumped at the Nomu with the female pro, tackled it and grabbed the pro and put her on his back and slammed the Nomu to the ground with his feet. The other heroes came running to them as Carnage picked up the flying Nomu and threw it at the big one and looked at the heroes. Carnage. Make sure everyone is as far away from the battle. As Carnage rushes both Nomus after saying that as the heroes just nod and get the rest of the citizens to safety as Carnage fights the Nomus and is kicking ass. Carnage. These ones are either weaker or stronger than the one I fought at the USJ. Izuku, actually I think they are weaker. Plus you did eat the head of first of that Nomu, so we couldn't really see its strength. You right now are just playing with your food. Venom, that is right. Anti-A Carnage. Carnage. Whatever. As Carnage dodged a punch from the big Nomu as the flying Nomu grabs him and starts flying. But that didn't work so well because Carnage made multiple sharp tendrils on his back, stabbing the flying Nomu, making it drop. Carnage, who grabbed the flying Nomu, flipped it to his back and got on top, and then ate the head as body smashes the ground. Carnage then dodged an attack from the big Nomu and cut its arm off with the axe he made with his hand. Carnage grabs the arm and swings it like a baseball bat and smashes it in the face of the Nomu, sending it flying in the air. Carnage. It's going and it's out of here. The crowd goes wild for rookie player Carnage for getting his first Major League Baseball home run. Hi. As the Nomu gets up as we see Carnage running to it and knees it in the face, then grabs his leg and slams it into a car, the ground, a wall, and then grabbed its head and eating, killing it. Carnage dropped the body and then look up when he heard a noise and saw a news helicopter recording. Carnage. Well, I feel like this will be brought up in the next harem meeting. Izuku, how much do you think we will get yelled at? Venom, who knows, I mean we do have the temporary hero license still. Anti-Plus Jinzo made the girls 10x more understanding and made them so they don't yell at us for doing dangerous stuff. Because we are heroes, it's in the job. Izuku, true, he did do that. Jinzo. You all will be the death of me for breaking the fourth wall. Carnage. We should head back to Mirko. She and Kathleen are probably watching the news right now. We can call the Hero Association tomorrow and also call Nezu tomorrow. All three agree. As Carnage runs off as the news helicopter follows but lost him after he opened up, so we're great, and jumped in. As Izuku makes it back to Mirko's after he got off the train, as he walks in to see Mirko and Kathleen waiting for him as they walk up to him. Mirko. You hungry or are you guys full from the fight? Kathleen. If you're still hungry, we can order some late night pizza or something. Izuku. Actually, more food sounds good. What do you girls want? Mirko. I can go for a couple slices of pizza. Kathleen. Same. Izuku. Alright, as Mirko orders the pizzas, as we skip to when they arrive to see that they order about 30 as they all dig in. Meanwhile, back in Hosu we see the man-child freaking out. Shigaraki. No. This was supposed to be my time to shine. Not that brat. All I see now is tomorrow's news line: young hero in train. Take down monster from some group. Kuroguri. Master, we should report to All Might about him. Shigaraki. Fine. As Kuroguri takes Shigaraki to All Might as they see them waiting. Shigaraki. That brat is so dead. Toshinori. You failed. Shigaraki. Yes, look. As Shigaraki pulls out his phone and looks up footage already up and shows All Might as Riot comes out with a face that showed fear. Right. It can't be a red one. Toshinori. Right. How could Venom become a red one? Kasumi. Because that isn't Venom. As everyone looks to see Kasumi walking out of her shrine room wearing Izuku's old boxers and an old shirt of his, as Riot asked. Right. What do you mean, Kasumi? That is Carnage, Venom's son, right? You knew about him being inside Izuku. Kasumi. Yes, he also has a white one called Anti-Venom, right? No way. Kasumi. Yes. Toshinori. Riot, you sound scared, right? I can't beat those clinters. Toshinori. What? Kasumi. Also, there are two more. Everyone. What? Kasumi. Game Midnight has one named Vapor and Izumi has one named Cipher. Toshinori. And you're just telling us this now. Kasumi. I didn't think it was important. You said you can kill them and let me have my agent, right? If there's a red one and a white one with Venom, then we need to make a new plan to kill all three of them and let Kasumi have Izuku. Toshinori. Maybe Kaminari will help come up with a plan after Katsuki gets back with him. Shigaraki. It sounds like you can't deliver on our deal. Toshinori. We will Shigaraki after we kill them and gain our power as heroes back. We will let you do your work and just look the other way. Shigaraki. Good Kurogiri, let's go. As they teleport away as Toshinori and Riot look at Katsumi and walk up to her. Right. You didn't give us the proper information. Toshinori. Now you die. As they were about to attack, Katsumi smirks and used her quirk, making Riot freak out from the heat and sound. She kept doing it until Riot was shot out Toshinori and splat on the wall. Toshinori ran and grabbed him, and Riot went back in him as he looks at Katsumi. Katsumi. You can't touch me, bitch. I have your weaknesses, a quirk you haven't. The heat from my explosions plus the sound will stop you from killing me. Toshinori and Riot didn't say a thing as Katsumi smirks. Katsumi. You think you're in charge? Wrong. I am now. Think of a way for me to get my agent. As she leaves, as Toshinori talks to Riot. Toshinori, that brat. Riot, we need her gone, but she can kill me easy if we are not careful. Toshinori, I would say kill her in her sleep. Up, she doesn't sleep. All she does is worship her Izuku shrine naked at night. Riot, let's just follow her wishes for now until we can kill her. Toshinori, fine. As Toshinori gets up and walks away as he hears Kasumi start chanting Izuku's name over and over again. We see Izuku getting dressed as we see Mirko and Kathleen naked in bed. As Izuku looks at his phone, we see the map opened in the location. As we see Izuku leave Mirko's apartment and heads to the bus stop and waits. Small time skip. We see Izuku getting off the bus and then walks to a gate as we see a sign saying Villain Rehabilitation Center. As he walks in and heads to the main office as the nurse there see him. Nurse. Hello, can I help you? Izuku. Yes, hi, my name is Izuku Parker. We talked on the phone. Nurse. Oh, Mr. Parker, yes, he called to see if you can come see Shoka, right? Izuku. Yes, ma'am. Nurse. Well, I got the okay from the doctor for you to see her since she's been very cooperative with the program. Izuku. That is good to hear. Nurse. Please follow me. As the nurse gets up and leaves the office with Izuku following as he sees many other people here as he looks at the nurse. Izuku. So how has she been? Nurse. She is very well behaved. Izuku. Really? Nurse. Yes, she at first had some trouble, but that is normal. But she is very dedicated to the program and getting the help she needs. Most people that come here hate it and try to escape. But Shoka, she goes to the group therapy. She joined the book clue here. She also been writing in a journal and writes down her feelings. Izuku. Wow, nurse. I know it is weird to hear. I read her file many times because I am also the nurse that takes care of her and talks to her when she needs it. So I know what she has done and why she is really here. Izuku. I will admit it is very shocking to hear all this, but to be honest, I always hoped one day she asks for help and get away from Kasumi and them. Nurse. Good to hear that. She talks very highly of you from back in the day. She told me you were the reason she wanted to be a hero and hates how easy she felt to peer pressure by them and wished she stopped like Izumi did. Izuku. I see. Nurse. Shoka also told me that when she saw you at UA, she was happy that you were living your dream, but could say anything because of Kasumi. She also told me the shrine she had of you was Kasumi's idea, not hers. Izuku. So Kasumi was the one that made Shoka create a shrine. I mean, it's not that shocking. Kasumi was always more obsessed with me, the Shoka. Nurse. Yes, that is what Shoka said also. As the nurse stopped and showed Izuku a room with people in it as Izuku sees Shoka there with them as he hears Anna the nurse speak. Nurse who? Okay, thank you, you know. Now Shoka, do you want to say anything? Shoka. Yes, ma'am, thank you. As Izuku listens with the nurse he came with as Shoka speaks. Shoka. So I had another dream about Izuku last night. We were celebrating our 5th anniversary. When I woke up I was crying because I know that will never happen because of what I did. It hurts, but I need to get over him. I lost him, and that is my fault. Nursu. What else? Shoka. Well, the doctor told me that he is coming today to see me. I don't know when, but he is. Nursu. And knowing he is coming, how does that make you feel? Shoka. Scared, happy, sad, to be honest, I don't know. Nursu. How come? Shoka. After everything I did to him before UA and the stuff I let Kasumi talk me in during UA, I don't believe I should see him. I don't deserve to see him. I am afraid that if I see him, I will lose the progress I have done. But I also want to show him that I want to change, and I will work hard to achieve that. I am sad that when I ask how he is doing with his girlfriends, because I am not one of them because of my stupid mistakes. I've gone over this in my head since yesterday, and I can't think straight. Nursu. Those are normal feelings and thoughts to have when it comes to this Shoka, but I believe talking with him will be a good idea, so you can see closure and find a new path. As the other in the group agree, as Shoka looks down and smiles. Shoka. You're right, I need to see him. As Izuku looks at the nurse as she nods and leads him to her room, and lets him in as 10 minutes go by, as the same nurse walks in with Shoka and sees Izuku. Shoka wanted to run to him and hug him, but stopped herself and bowed and sat down on her bed as Izuku was in her chair at the desk. Nurse. I will be right outside if you need anything. As she left, Izuku and Shoka just looked at each other as it was awkward and a little uncomfortable when it came to the silence. Izuku took a deep breath and spoke first. Izuku. So how have you been? Shoka. Good, you? Izuku. Alright, I fought staying in some Nomus a couple days ago. Shoka. I saw that on the news. Izuku. You're nervous, aren't you? Shoka. A little. Izuku. Same. As Shoka looked at Izuku as he looked down and rubbed his neck and looked at Shoka. Izuku. The nurse told me some of the stuff you've been doing her, and well, I am happy to see you working hard. Shoka. Thank you. Izuku. Shoka. Shoka. Yes. Izuku. Come here and give me a hug. This made Shoka shocked and scared as she wanted to hug him badly, but is afraid she will turn back into her old self. But Izuku opened up his arms and stood up. Shoka slowly and nervously got up and went to Izuku. You can see that she was struggling to hug him, still afraid what will happen when she does, as she puts out her arms and slowly wraps them around Izuku as Izuku does the same. They hug for about a minute, and Shoka breaks the hug and is calmer and looks at Izuku, who looks at her. Izuku. Feel better? Shoka. Yes, actually I do. Izuku. Good, now please sit, let's talk. As Shoka sits on her bed as Izuku sits back in the chair, as Shoka is not scared anymore and is calmer and knows she won't turn back to her old self as she looked at Izuku. Shoka. Are you okay from the fight with Stain and Venoms? Izuku. Yeah, I'm all good. I can't get hurt unless it's by another symbiote. Shoka. Right, I forgot. Izuku. I heard you joined a book club here. Shoka. I did. Izuku. What book are you reading? Shoka. It's right there. As Shoka points on her desk as Izuku looks and sees the book and grabs it and looks at the title. Izuku. Lost Soul. Shoka. It's about this girl that thought she was helping the person she loved, but in reality she was ruining his life, and she didn't see it until she lost him and lost her soul to her stupidity. Izuku. Interesting. Shoka. I really understand this book. I actually already read it 4 times before our next club meeting to talk about chapter 5. Izuku. I see. What is your favorite part? Shoka. When the girl seeks the help she needs. Izuku. Shoka Yuken. Shoka. That this book is my life. Yes, I realized that when I read it the first time. Izuku. How does it end? Shoka. Actually, I don't know. Izuku. But you said you read it 4 times. Shoka. Yes, but not the last chapter. As Izuku looks at the table of contents and looks at the name of the last chapter and see why she hasn't finished it yet. Izuku. Chapter 50, to forgive her, to move on. As Izuku looks at Shoka as she looks down as he puts the book away and stands up and walks to Shoka and sits next to her. Izuku. Shoka. You know it's not just you having a hard time here. Shoka. Huh. As Shoka looks at Izuku as he looks down. Izuku. I always hated you for what you did to me, but I also hope that you would realize your mistakes and get the help you need like you did. You're fighting your own battle right now, and I am also fighting a battle. Shoka. You are. Izuku. Yes, I am. My battle too, if I should forgive you or not. It's also a battle. If I do forgive you, do we become friends, or we cut ties with each other and never see each other again? We are both fight a mental battle. Shoka. Then what should we do? Izuku. I don't really know. I guess we can only wait until the time is right to find that answer. Shoka. I guess so. As Izuku looks at Shoka and she looks at him as both smile as Izuku gets up and sits back in the chair. Izuku. Okay, anyway, have you talked to anyone else? Shoka. Ray came by 3 days ago. We had a good talk. Toya also came. Mo told him to come see me. Same with Dad and Kair. Izuku. And Shoka. Well, I guess they still see me a family even after everything I done. Izuku. Well, I am glad. Shoka. Are you and Ray doing alright? Izuku. If you're talking about relationship-wise, then yes, she is actually hoping to get pregnant here soon. I mean, before the internship she and Mitsuki have been checking to see if they are ovulating. Shoka. She did say that, and well, I know you would be a great father. I mean, you already are to Eri. Izuku. Yeah, I try my best. As Izuku and Shoka talk more and laugh at stuff and do some other stuff, we cut to Kasumi looking up the villain rehabilitation center that Shoka is at. Kasumi. You will be free Shoka, and then me and you will have our Ichin and make sure that anyone that tries to take him from us will die. As Kasumi thought for a second and smirks. Kasumi. That little brat, she is Ichin's fake daughter. If I kill her, he would be happy, because now he will be able to impregnate us and have biological kids. Oh, does that sound wonderful, Ichin? As she looks to the side, as we can see male blow-up doll with a picture of Izuku on it, as Kasumi gets up and walks to it and kisses it. Kasumi. Ichin wants to give me lots of babies, right? As Kasumi grabs the doll's mouth and moves it. Kasumi, Izuku impression. Yes cat, I would love for you bear my child, and same with Shoka, but you're my main wife. I love you so much cat that all these girls I'm with now are just for you kill, so you can show your love for me. Katsumi. Oh Ichin, you're such a good husband. Now I must go see if I am ovulating so I can be ready for your children. Katsumi, Izuku impression. You do that sweetie, oh, and make sure you wear something sexy for when I blow my seed in you. Katsumi. Oh Ichin, you dirty boy. As Katsumi walks away, as we cut back to Izuku and Shoka saying goodbye to each other, as we see Shoka go to her bed and lie down. Shoka. I am no longer scared that I will turn back to my old self, because now I have the closure I needed. We see Izuku walking into Mirko's apartment as he see Kathleen and Mirko packing as they see him. Mirko. How was it? Izuku. Actually really good. Kathleen. That's good, now come help us pack the car to move Mirko into the dorms. Izuku. Oh god, did Nezu agree to you teaching? Mirko. Yup, you're looking at the new gym teacher of UA. I am going to make you all sweat, mainly you big boy. Izuku. Oh god. As Izuku helps them pack the car and they take off. As we cut to UA and Izuku helping Mirko move into his dorm as they go to the common area and sit down as Midnight, Rei, and Mitsuki come in and see them and start talking. Rei. So how is it? Izuku. Actually really well, I can 100% say Shoka will not go back to the dark side. Mitsuki. I wish I could say that about Kasumi. Did I tell you what I found when I was cleaning out her room when she left? Izuku. What? Mitsuki. A shrine of you, a sex doll with your face and your hair, plus old bandages which I am guessing were yours as she might have found in the trash. Izuku. Jesus Christ, Rei. I am glad I didn't find that stuff in Shoka's room when I cleaned it out. Mitsuki. Trust me, I wish I didn't see that, made me sick. Mirko. Christ, I hope I never see her because I would kick the living shit out of her. Kathleen. Same. Izuku. Let's move on. Nimuri, where's Yuri? Midnight. Oh, she is with Inko. I asked her to watch her while I was on patrol this morning. Izuku. Alright, anyway, I am going to go for a walk. As Izuku gets up and leaves the dorms, as he runs into Aizawa and Hinata as she sees Izuku and goes to him and kisses him as Aizawa glared at him. Izuku. Really? Aizawa. Sorry, habit. Hinata. Dad, anyway, Aiza, where you going? Izuku. Just for a walk. Hinata. Well, when you get back let's have dinner. Izuku. Sure. As Izuku leaves, as we cut to Inko and Iri walking out of Ryukyu's agency with Inko's face being red. Iri. Ms. Dragon is funny, she made your face super red, Ms. Inko. Inko. She sure is Iri anyway. We should get back to the dorms, your papa will be home today. Iri. Yeah, papa is back. As Inko smiles and holds Iri's hand as she jumps around happy to see papa back. As Inko and Iri took a corner, explosion goes off, and Inko was sent flying into a car as Iri drops to the ground. As Inko looks to see what happened, barely able to keep her eyes open as she see Katsumi grabbing Iri as she tried to run from her. Katsumi. You will die, brat, after I save Shoka from hell. Iri, crying. Ms. Inko, help. Inko, weak. Iri, I am coming. Inko passes out as Ryukyu comes running to her after she heard the attack. Time skip. We see Katsumi in front of the villain rehabilitation center as she walks in and see the nurse that helped Izuku as she attacked her. As the center goes on lockdown, as Katsumi kills anyone that tries to stop her, as she makes her way to find Shoka. Meanwhile with Shoka, she was hearing the commotion and then heard an explosion as she realized that Katsumi came for her as her door burst open, and Shoka sees Katsumi. Shoka. Katsumi. Katsumi. Hello sister, let's go, we need to make a plan to get Ichin. Shoka. No, leave me alone. Katsumi. No, because you're my sister and we both love Ichin to the point we are crazy, ha 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 ha. Now come. As Katsumi walks to Shoka as she tries to run, but Katsumi grabs her and injects her with a needle, and Shoka starts to fall asleep. Katsumi. Now let's go sister, we must kill that brat when you wake up. As Katsumi drags Shoka out. As we cut to a warehouse as we see Shoka waking up and sees Katsumi smiling as Shoka stands up. Shoka. Where am I? Katsumi. My own hideout, I didn't want my brother or All Might knowing about this. Shoka. Kasumi, please let me go, I don't want to hurt Izuku anymore. Kasumi. Hurt? Oh no, we are protecting him from himself and those bitches he is with, and his fake daughter who I have. Shoka. What? Kasumi. Come. As Kasumi walks away as Shoka follows her, as Kasumi opens the door and Shoka looks inside to see Iri crying and hurt as Shoka goes wide-eyed and looks at Kasumi smirking. Katsumi. I saw her with Inko and I kidnapped her, so we both can't kill her. Shoka. Kill her. Kasumi. She is not Ichin's daughter, his daughter hasn't been born yet, she will be born when he impregnate one of us. As Shoka look at Iri and then to Katsumi and smiles and walks forward to Iri as Shoka stops in front of Iri who was scared and crying. Katsumi. Want to go first? Sure. Shoka. No. Katsumi. What? Shoka. you will not hurt her. As Shoka turns around and send a wall of ice to Kasumi, who jumps out of the door to dodge as the ice covers the door. So Kasumi can't get in as Shoka picks Eri up and send more ice at the wall, destroying it, and making a way out for both of them. Shoka. Let's go, Eri, we need to get your dad. Eri, crying. You're saving me. Shoka. Yes, because you're Izuku's daughter and losing you will hurt him, so I will protect you until he can save you. As Shoka makes the ice slide and goes down it with Eri in her arms. As they get to the bottom and Shoka starts running as Kasumi breaks through the ice and goes to the hole in the wall and see them running. Kasumi. Shoka, you traitor, Fine-Ichin is all mine, I will kill you, and that brat. As Kasumi goes after them as Shoka hears her coming as she shoots ice to hopefully stop Kasumi. But that didn't really work as Kasumi dodged them all. Shoka shit, Kasumi is a pro when it comes to dodging. I hope that Izuku is on his way now. I will protect Eri until he get here. I would die before I let Kasumi get her. As Shoka makes a turn and runs into a park as she can't see Kasumi anywhere as she takes Eri to a bathroom and puts her in it. Shoka. Eri, stay in here, I need to fight her until your papa is here. Eri, crying. Will you be okay? Shoka. I swear I will be okay, just stay here and don't make a sound until you hear your papa's voice. Eri, crying. Okay. As Shoka shuts the door and runs away from the bathroom as she hears Kasumi laughing. Kasumi. There you are, Shoka, where is the brat? Shoka. She is safe and away from you, you crazy bitch. Kasumi. You betrayed me, Shoka. Shoka. No, I betrayed Izuku when I followed you, but not anymore. I will not let you control me anymore. I am my own path. If that is a path without Izuku, then so be it, but I swear that I will not let you hurt his daughter. I rather die than let you get near her again. Kasumi. You will die, Shoka, everyone will die besides me and Ichin. Shoka, she is far too gone, but I will protect Eri no matter what. As Kasumi rushes Shoka as she sends a ice wall at Kasumi, but she dodges the attack, so Shoka used her fire hitting Kasumi. As Kasumi rushed Shoka again, but this time Shoka wasn't able to dodge and was sent into some trees, but she got up and sent more ice at Kasumi. He dodged but was met with a punch by Shoka, and was hit with Shoka's fire again. Kasumi. Shoka, she has lost all reasoning, she can't even speak right now. As Kasumi starts sending explosions at Shoka, who blocks them with her ice. But it went quiet as Shoka looks around and doesn't see Kasumi. As Shoka looks everywhere for Kasumi, but then hears a scream from Eri as Shoka runs to see Kasumi over Eri, just laughing like crazy as she gets ready to use her core to kill Eri. As Shoka rushes and jumps in front Eri and takes the attack as her back gets burned and rips open a little as Kasumi keeps laughing. As Shoka sends ice at Kasumi, who jumps back to dodge as Shoka stands up and faces Kasumi. Shoka, in pain. I told you I wouldn't let you hurt her, I would die before I let you hurt her. As Kasumi continues to laugh as Shoka loses at Eri, crying and scared. Shoka, in pain. Eri, when I say run you run. Eri, crying. What? Shoka, in pain. Run when I attack. Eri, crin. No, not without you. Shoka, in pain. Please just run. As Kasumi was about to attack, as Shoka was about to do the same as they stopped when a big smash was heard as they all looked to see Venom, but mixed with Carnage, but also anti-formed almost as they all are tracked into Izuku. As you can see, he is super pissed looking at Kasumi, he smiles. Kasumi. Ichin. Shoka, Izuku is here, thank God, and he is pissed, and now Kasumi can only say Ichin. As Izuku slowly walks to Kasumi, who believes Izuku is coming to her as he opens up his arms. Izuku. Come cat, you were right, you're the only one I need in my life. As Kasumi smiles and runs to Izuku and hugs him as he kisses her. As she looks into his eyes but then sees red splat from the ground as she looks down to blood and 3 tendrils in her stomach as she realized the kiss was in her head. As Izuku pushes her to the ground, as the tendrils throw the blood of them and go back into Izuku as Kasumi look at him. Izuku. Burn in hell, you're not even worth eating. As he walks away as Kasumi watched Izuku go to Shoka as she dies thinking, Kasumi Ichin really doesn't love me. As we see Izuku go to Shoka as she falls, but he catches her and she speaks before passing out. Shoka, weak. Eri is safe, I protected her for you. As Shoka passes out as Izuku closes his eyes as Venom starts to go into Shoka and start healing her. Izuku. You did, Shoka, I am grateful you did, and when you wake up we will talk. As Eri hugs Izuku as he hugs her as the others come running as they take Eri as Izuku carries Shoka, and makes sure the heroes don't try and take Shoka as we cut to the Midway, with Izuku sitting next to Shoka's bed in RG's office. It has been 4 days since Kasumi was killed, and the news gave theories on how she died, because Nezu used his power to keep Izuku's, Shoka's and Eri's name out of it. As we are RG's office, as we see Izuku sitting in a chair reading a book next to Shoka who was still passed out, as Izuku closes the book, and hears a noise and sees Shola waking up as she looks around. Shoka. Where am I? Izuku. The nurse's office at UA. As Shoka looked to see Izuku as he placed down the book he was reading on the table, as Shoka was shocked that she was here and not in a prison hospital, as Izuku walks to her and hugs her, which shocked her even more, even if she already had the closure she needed. Izuku. Thank you, Shoka, for protecting Eri. Shoka. I couldn't let Kasumi get her. She is your daughter, you need her and she needs you. I couldn't see you get hurt for losing her. As Izuku hugs her tighter as she hugs him, as 5 minutes go by as they break the hug. Shoka. How's Eri? Izuku. Look down. As Shoka looked down and see Eri sleeping on her, as Shoka looked at Izuku. Izuku. She didn't want to leave your side much. She said that you risked your life for her, and that she wanted to thank you when you woke up, so she has been sleeping here with me for the 4 days you were out, Shoka. 4 days. Izuku. Yes, Shoka. You didn't leave my side. Izuku. No, I wanted to be here when you woke up to thank you. Ashoka looked down as Izuku grabs the book he was reading. Ashoka looked to see what it was. Shoka. You're reading Lost Soul. Izuku. I finished it already. This is my second time reading. I see why you like Ashoka. Yeah. Izuku. Can I read you my favorite line? Shoka. Sure. Izuku flips to the back of the book and goes to chapter 50 and look at the line and reads Izuku. Even though I made his life miserable at first, he forgave me. The man I love forgave me because of my selfless act to save someone close to him without caring for my own life. I might not deserve his forgiveness, but with that forgiveness I have found my soul once again, and he tells me that my soul was the reason he loved me, and is happy to see his love once again. As Izuku closes the book, as he looks at Shoka crying as he gives her a box of tissues, as 10 minutes go by, and Shoka stops crying as she feels a poke on her cheek to see Eri awake. Eri. Miss Shoka. Shoka. Oh Eri, you're okay, right? Eri. I am, but thank you for saving me from that meanie Shoka. I would do it again. Eri. I know. As Eri gets off the bed and looks at Izuku. Eri. Papa, I am going to mommy's now. Izuku. Be safe. Eri. I will. As Eri leaves, as Shoka looks at Izuku, who turns to her and sits on the bed. Izuku. Shoka. Shoka. Yes, Izuku. I talked to Nezu, and he got permission for you to join UA again as a hero in training Shoka, getting teary. Really, Izuku? Yes, but the thing is your old room was kind of torn down when you left, and the only room is my room, with the rest of the girls. Shoka, teary-eyed. Are you saying, Izuku? I'm not saying you're a member, but the girls in the harem agreed to allow you to join if you work really hard in school. Shoka started to cry as Izuku hugged her and comforted her. Time skip. Shoka was given the okay from RG to move into the dorms at first. The others normal students were a little uneasy with Shoka being back, but Izuku stepped in, and they back off. Shoka moved in Izuku's room with Yui, who was now a member of the harem, thanks to Izumi. We'll explain that in a later chapter. Speaking of Izumi, she was happy to have Shoka back in her life, and so was Shoka. Izumi always knew Shoka could change if she was away from Katsumi, but couldn't do much to help Shoka see that because of Katsumi. Eri warmed up to Shoka because she protected Eri. Inko was also healed from Katsumi's attack, and was feeling so much guilt that Eri was kidnapped, but Izuku told her it wasn't her fault, because Katsumi got the jump on her and knocked her out fast, but that didn't stop her from buying everything for Eri. As an apology, Eri was happy to have Shoka back, and so was the rest of the family. They all had a BBG to welcome her back, and to welcome Moya Todoroki to the family, who was the son of Toya, and Shoka was still also thinking she didn't deserve to be here, but Izuku smacked her head softly and told her stop thinking like that, which she stopped and enjoyed the party. As we cut to Izuku and Endeavor talking in Endeavor's house office. Endeavor. I am so glad Shoka is back to being a hero. Izuku. Same with me. Endeavor. So what now? Izuku. What do you mean? Endeavor. Am I going to be walking her and Ray down the aisle together? Izuku. Oh that. As Izuku takes a sip of beer that Endeavor gave him in secret as he looks at Endeavor. Izuku. Well, only time will tell. Endeavor. Haha, I guess it is still too early with everything that happened. Izuku. Yeah, I mean the girls did tell her she can join if she works hard to be a hero. Endeavor. Well, that is good. Now let's finish these beers before Kyra and the girls find out I gave you one. Izuku. I think it's too late. As Endeavor feels a deadly orb behind him as he looks to see Kyra with one of her feathers out being her sword, as Ray is also there pissed as she is making ice float around her hand in golf-sized hailballs. As Endeavor gulps. Endeavor. God have mercy on my soul. As both Ray and Kyra start beating Endeavor for giving Izuku a beer because he is underage. As Izuku finishes said beer and tries to walk away, but is stopped when Ray grabs his shoulder. Ray. And where do you think you're going, Mr. Izuku, now scared for his as he sees Shoka walking past the door as he calls her. Izuku. Shoka, help me. Shoka stops and looks as she see why Ray and Kyra are mad. Shoka. Sorry, that is your problem. As she walks away, as Ray pulls Izuku away from the door as a feather is seen closing the door. It has been a couple of days since Shoka rejoined UA. She was given some dirty looks from other classes, but Izuku made them back off. We see the class sitting in class waiting for Aizawa as Izuku is talking to the 3 idiots in his head. Izuku, so we know the plan, right? Venom, yes. Carnage, what was the plan again? Auntie, to go adopt a kitty and dog for Yuri. Carnage, right. Izuku, so we leave after school, go to the pet store and pick up the kitty and dog that we got Eri to pick out. All 3 agreed. As Aizawa walks in and everyone shuts up as Aizawa looks at Izuku. As Izuku looks at him. Izuku. What? Aizawa. Nothing, just this new thing I plan on doing, stare you down every morning so I can you hurt my daughter, I will hurt you. Hinata. Dad, stop. Aizawa. Okay, moving on. A few things. As you all can see, Shoka is back in class because of the incident with Katsumi, and proving herself in the eyes of UA and the Hero Association. Shoka. It still feels weird because of every that happened. Aizawa. I bet now the second announcement is that we will be having exam in the next 3 weeks. Izumi. What are the exams going to be about, sir? Aizawa. Written and physical. Yui. Sir, what I think she means is wa. Aizawa. I know what she means. What will the physical part be? Will you fight robots or will you do court tests? Well, I won't tell you. Izuku. We are fighting the teachers. Aizawa. Okay, how? As the class looks at Izuku just sitting in his desk and looking at fingernails, not realizing he said that as he looks and sees a pissed off Aizawa. Aizawa. Problem child how? Izuku. I am dating 2 no wait 5 staff members, Rei, Mitsuki, Midnight, Kathleen, and now Mirko since she and the new gym teacher. I kind of overheard them talking about it. Aizawa. Fair point, I guess that's why you know. Momo. Sir, is he correct we are fighting the teachers? Aizawa just sighed and looked at the others. Aizawa. Yes you are, but to make it a little easier for you, the teachers will be wearing weights that will slow their movements, and give you all a fair advantage. Izuku. Even me. Aizawa. No, Izuku. Figure who am I fighting? Aizawa. Midnight and Izumi. Izumi. Wait, what, why me? Aizawa. Because of your cough quirk, you and Midnight are the only ones really able to hurt Izuku. Izumi. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Izuku. It's a good thing I figure out how not to make new ones after me and Izumi made Cipher. Aizawa. Agreed. Anyway, the third announcement is that after exams we will be going to camp for the summer. Most of the class started to cheer the ones that didn't are Izuku's harem and him. Aizawa. Shut up. As the class shut up as Aizawa continued to speak. Aizawa. Camp is only for those who pass the exams. Everyone that cheered. What? Aizawa. Yes, you will not be able to go to camp unless you pass the exam. Mina. Not fair. Aizawa. Do I need to go over what is fair and not fair in this world again, Mina? Mina. No sir. Aizawa. Good anyway, that is it. Oh wait, this week will be normal classes, but the last 2 weeks will be training for the exams. Now that is it, I am going to sleep. Do whatever you want until midnight comes. As Aizawa gets in his sleeping bag and sleeps as the others talk amongst themselves. Meanwhile, we see Katsuki destroying ship pissed off as Toshinori was just sitting on a box watching. Toshinori. You done? Katsuki. No. As he destroys that last thing, as we see it was the blow-up doll Kasumi used for her fake Izuku, as Katsuki had a smile on his face as he walked to Toshinori. Toshinori. That was the last of her shrine to him. Katsuki. Yes, everything that she had to worship him is now destroyed, and I am happy for once. Toshinori. If destroying a shrine of him makes you happy, I wonder what killing him would make you feel. Katsuki. I would be so overjoyed I might actually turn good. As Toshinori and Katsuki start laughing as they look a plan that Shigaraki has sent them in some pictures. Katsuki. So he does have more than one symbiote. Toshinori. Yes, this red one is named Carnage. Katsuki. And this is Anti-Venom. Toshinori. Thanks to Shigaraki's spy in UA, we are able to see these symbiotes. Katsuki. They look weak. Just then Riot came out and scared Katsuki. Right. Weak, these are different clinters. The red ones are ones you don't want to mess with, even us other clinters are scared of them. Katsuki. And the white one, right? I don't know, the white ones are actually just a rumor on my planet, but seeing one now means that the stories are true. Toshinori. What stories? As Riot looks at Toshinori, right? That the white ones have no weakness, that they are immune to fire and sound, almost unkillable unless the clinter is equal strength. Toshinori. So what does that mean for us, right? We're dead. As Riot goes back into Toshinori as he and Katsuki look at each other. Katsuki. So we giving up. Toshinori. No. Riot, no, but we will die if you idiots don't think of a plan. As they start brainstorming, as we cut back to UA as we see Midnight teaching sex ed to the class, as we see she is showing pictures of a male's dick. The guys are feeling uncomfortable. The girls are amazed at the size, and Izuku has his eyes closed. Izuku, when did she take these pictures of my dick? Venom, don't know, but be grateful no one knows it's yours. Carnage, well I wouldn't say that. Look at Izumi. As Izuku opens one eye and sees Izumi looking back at him, winking and giving him the look saying I want it, as Izuku closes his eye. Izuku makes sense, she would know it's mine, we have had sex many times. Auntie, the only girls you haven't slept with yet is Hinata, Momo, Kyoka, Gwen, Felicia, Stella, Shoka, and Nejire. Venom, I am sure if you did they would recognize it. Izuku, okay, let's move on. I need to think of a punishment for Namuri because she is showing my junk to everyone. As they talk, as we cut to RG's office. Ray. Mitsuki. Mitsuki. Yes. Ray. Have you gotten the results yet? Mitsuki. Not yet. Just then a paper started to print as Mitsuki takes it and hands to RG who just walked in. Mitsuki. Ma'am, can you please? Ray. Yes, please tell us the results. As RG looks at the paper and then to Mitsuki and Ray. RG. I see the results on both of yours pregnancy tests to see if you are both. Yes. As RG reads the results as she puts them down and sits down. Ray. Ma'am. Mitsuki. What are the results? RG. Well, congratulations, you're both pregnant. As Ray and Mitsuki jump for joy as the printer prints out more paper as RG looks at them. RG, well Izuku, looks like you have 6 kids coming, and still hard to believe he got a symbiote pregnant. I mean, how is that possible? As RG looks at Ray and Mitsuki stop jumping and rush out of the room to tell Izuku as RG shakes her head. RG. Ray, Mitsuki, Kathleen, Midnight and Vapor are pregnant. I would be pissed if they were the students, but since they are the adults I can handle not killing him for now. As she went back to work filing stuff as we cut to Ray and Mitsuki in front of Izuku shocked, crying and happy to hear he is going to be a dad again. It has been 3 weeks, and it is time for the exams. Izuku, Momo, Gwen, and Izumi helped everyone in class study, and at night the girls helped Izuku study in more of a physical way. We see everyone in front of the teachers as Kathleen and Midnight are in normal clothes because they are pregnant. Aizawa. Alright brats, listen well. Ms. Joke. Honey, stop calling them brats. Hinata. That is a losing game, Ms. Joke. Ms. Joke. Good point. Aizawa. Moving on. Okay, so as you know, thanks to Problem Child, you will be facing the teachers, and to make it easier for you we have these weights. As he shows everyone the weights as he puts one on. Aizawa. Damn, these are heavy. Anyway, here are the students that are a team, and which teacher they are facing. I'll be doing Izuku's harem and him. Momo, Felicia and Hinata versus Aizawa. Stella and Gwen versus Mirko. Yui and Kyoka versus Mick. Izumi and Shoka versus Endeavor. Hinata. Wait, it's 3 against you, Dad. Aizawa. Yes, because you're problem child of a boyfriend. Izuku. Really problem child of a boyfriend. Aizawa. Yes, anyway, he will be fighting against Izumi and the whole staff. Everyone minus Izuku. What, that is not a fair match. Izuku. I know, right, they need more heroes on their team. As everyone looks at Izuku, shocked that he isn't scared, but just then they saw Venom, Carnage and Auntie come out looking at the teachers. All 4. We are looking forward to the damage we will cause. As they all said that everyone, even the heroes, felt scared to face them, but they hide it. Aizawa. Alright, let's begin. Stripping everyone besides Izuku's harem. As we see Momo, Felicia and Hinata walking around keeping an eye open for Aizawa. Momo. Hinata, do you have idea who your dad will attack first? Hinata. Well, he would get the most dangerous piece off the board first, which is you, Momo. Momo. What, Felicia? Girl, you can make anything, even Aizu said you're op. Since you can make anything and with his training and your quick learning, you are a strong opponent. Momo. Wow, Hinata. But does dad know you upgraded your costume? Momo. No, I don't think so. Felicia. What upgraded? Momo. Aizu gave me the idea to use my hair like Mario Senpai for my costume, this way I don't destroy it when I need to make something big. Felicia. Smart. Momo. Wait, I got idea. As Momo tells them the plan, they agree as Felicia and Hinata run off as Momo turns around and starts creating Russian nesting dolls as she waits for Aizawa. As 5 minutes go by and Momo stops making the dolls as she freaks out as Aizawa wraps his scarf around her and hangs her on a lamppost. Aizawa. You panic, Momo, and straight away from the others. Momo. You really think so? Aizawa looks back and dodges a catcher scarf as he looks to see Hinata rush him and start fighting. Aizawa. Not going to try using your quirk. Hinata. Why try when it won't work since you're expecting it? No, I think hand to hand would work, right? As Aizawa was going to say something, he was kicked in the face by Felicia and sent flying, but he caught himself and looked at both Hinata and Felicia. Aizawa. Able to sneak up on me, Momo. Not just that. As Aizawa looked behind him to be blinded by a big flash of light from a flashlight as he covers his eyes as Momo kicked him in the stomach. As he stepped back, he was met with a judo flip from Felicia, and then it was wrapped in Hinata's capture scarf. RG. Intercom. Aizawa has been captured. Momo, Felicia and Hinata have passed the exam. As Aizawa was let go and can see, he looked at Momo. Aizawa. How did you escape, Momo? It was thanks to my new costume. As she created a plushie of Izuku from her back over her costume, as Aizawa was shocked. Aizawa. When did you, Momo? After the internships is when I get it made. When you had me hanging, you didn't have time to throw your jacks on the ground because Hinata attacked you, and also even if you remembered you wouldn't have been able to because you don't have them. Aizawa. What? As Aizawa checked, she was right, he didn't have them. As he looked at her as Felicia whistled, and he looked to see she had them. Felicia. I am a master at pickpocketing and sneaking into places. Before I kicked you, I stole them just to be safe. Aizawa. Well, color me impressed. As we cut to Stella and Gwen. Stella. Okay, what is the plan, Gwen? I can distract her and dodge her attacks. Can you use your fire to hold her back when I tell you to? Stella. That I can do, Gwen. Alright, let's go. As Gwen and Stella start running for Mirko, as Gwen stops as her spider sense goes off, she grabs Stella and swings away, dodging a kick from Mirko. Gwen puts Stella behind a car as she nods at Stella, telling her to wait for her signal, which Stella nodded as she waited. As Gwen jumps to Mirko and start fighting and dodging. Mirko. That stupid spider sense of yours is annoying, you keep dodging my kicks. Gwen. Sorry, Mirko, but I can't let you win Stella now. Mirko was confused. She forgot about Stella because she was so annoyed because Gwen kept dodging, so she didn't react it in time when Stella shot fire in front of her, making her cover her face. Gwen used this to shoot her webs at Mirko's legs, and trip her and shoot more webs over her, making her unable to move. RG. Intercom. Mirko has been captured. Stella and Gwen have passed the exam. Mirko. Not bad, you two now get me out of your webs. As Stella and Gwen start removing the webs off Mirko, as we cut to Yui and Kyoka getting ready for their turn. We see Yui and Kyoka talking over their plan as the buzzer goes off to start the exam. As they start walking, as Mick screams, making them cover their ears. Kyoka. Fucking hell, that is so loud, my ears are ringing bad. Yui, get ready. Yui. On it. As Yui pulls out a baton that you use for orchestra, as he uses it to make a violin that has a plug in the side. Kyoka, seeing it, put her earphone jack in it and put the other one in her speaker on her boot. Kyoka. All good, Yui, go. Yui. Got it. As Yui starts playing the violin, as we cut to Mick standing. Mick. Come on, I don't got old. Mick stops and hears the music Yui is playing and is confused. Mick. What is that? Are they playing the violins? Mick. Man, I feel sleepy. Why do I feel yawn sleepy? As Mick lays down and falls asleep, as RG comes on the intercom, as you can hear that she is also tired. RG. Intercom. Yawn. Yui and Kyoka win yawn because Mick fell asleep. As Yui stops playing, as she looked down to see Kyoka also falling asleep. Yui. Oops, forgot how powerful my sleeping magic is, especially when I use the violin. Better get Kyoka to the viewing room. As Yui picks Kyoka up and puts her on her back and starts walking, as we cut to her opening the door to see everyone asleep besides Izuku, which confused Yui. Yui, how are you not asleep? Izuku, the three idiots inside me kept awake, but doing that made them sleep, so I am hearing snoring in my head. Yui, oh, as Yui put Kyoka down next to Momo as she walked to Izuku and kissed him. Yui, well, my sleeping spell usually lasts for an hour or an hour and a half, so what do we do? Izuku, don't know, what do you want to do? Yui looked at him and gave him the look, so Izuku took her to a break room, and they started to get it on, skipping this lemon. As Izuku and Yui leaves the break room, Yui all out of breath as she sits down on a chair as see everyone still sleeping as Izuku speaks. Izuku, surprised they didn't wake up from you screaming harder, daddy. Yui, blushing hard. Shut up. Izuku, sorry anyway, you lost it, and now only Momo, Kyoka, Stella, Hinata, and Felicio and Shoka are left to lose it. Yui, and Nejire, she hasn't done it yet. Izuku, right, anyway, I still need to take you on a date because I haven't done that since you confessed. Yui, I was so nervous, but Izumi helped me. Izuku, how did Izumi convince you to jump out of a box to confess again? Yui, I don't know, she can be very convincing, and don't ask how she got me to wear the black sexy lingerie, I was so embarrassed. Izuku, I thought it looked good on you, and plus if you wore that today I think we might still be in the break room. Yui, really? Izuku, oh yay. Yui, well, maybe tonight after the exams. Izuku, I like that idea. Yui, horn dog. Izuku, woof. We see that everyone is now awake as Izuku is standing in a wasteland looking at Izumi and other heroes like Endeavor, Ryukyu, Inko, Hawks, Best Jeanist, Aizawa, the big three, and many other heroes. The only heroes not there are Stars and Stripes and Midnight because they are pregnant now. Inside Izuku's head, Venom, this will be fun. Carnage agreed, we finally get to go full out. But I will have to say that blonde Tintin looking guy is giving us the evil eye. As Izuku looked to see Mario glaring at him. Izuku, that is Mario Tagata, he is the leader of the big three. Venom, wait, that is him. The one Nejire told us about. Carnage, the one that swore that he will crush us to prove that we are weak and that Nejire should date someone strong like him. Izuku, that is him. Remember, Nejire said that he has been trying to date her since the first year of UA, but since that is also around the time we saved her, and she fell in love with us, he was shot down every time he asked. So he hates us. Venom, why hate us? We didn't do anything, it's her choice to love whoever she wants. Carnage, that is right. Izuku, what can I say, sometimes some people can't take no for an answer. I mean, remember what happened to Katsumi, she went full batshit crazy, just to be with me. All three true. This then RG voice was heard on the intercom. RG, already, is everybody ready? As everyone nodded as RG starts the battle. As many of the heroes that was brought in to face Izuku rush him, as Izuku just stands there and waits as two tendrils of red and black shot out and grabs two heroes, and starts swinging them around, hitting the other heroes, knocking them out. Izuku, such an anticlimactic win with these unnamed heroes. Just then a white tendril shots out of Izuku's back and pulls him away as a body shoots out of the ground, and tries to punch Izuku. Mirio, damn it, you dodged my punch. Izuku, you can't beat our senses. Mirio, you will lose this fight, and Nejire will see that I am a better choice than you for a boyfriend. Izuku, dude, you need help, she doesn't want to be your girlfriend, so just stop. Mirio, never. As Mirio goes into the ground as Izuku just stands there as he takes 3 steps forward after about a minute, as Mirio pops out of the floor just to be met with an back kick sending him into a hill. Izuku, please try again. As Mirio get up and goes into the floor again as we cut to the other heroes. Nejire, I wish you stopped. Ryukyu, Nejire, Tagata, he only told us to stay back because he wanted to beat Aizu to get me to break up with him. Inko, really? Nejire, he likes me, but I don't, my heart is for Aizu only, and well, he is starting to get creepy. Tamaki, tell me about it. Before you moved into Izuku's dorm room with the others, he was sneaking into your room. Aizawa, he was what? Nejire, yeah, a few times when I got together with Aizu, he used his quirk to break into my room to watch me sleep. Ryukyu, why didn't you say anything? Nejire, I did, I told Nezu and he dealt with it. Inko, good. Endeavor, well, looks like Izuku is making sure he leaves you alone now. As everyone looks to see Carnage fully formed and smashing Mario in the ground as Carnage throws Mario into another hero who was just getting up. As Mario didn't move, Carnage retracted and Izuku looked at the others. Izuku, who is next? As Hux flew up and started shooting her feathers at Izuku, but Venom made a shield and blocked them. Endeavor rushed Izuku and created a giant fire blast that didn't hurt badly, but it was close enough to make Venom retract back into Izuku. But Anti took over and formed around Izuku and rushed Endeavor. As both start brawling like street thugs, Hawks, Inko, and Izumi see both are smiling while they fight. Hawks, Fem, they're smiling. Inko, that means they are having fun fighting. Izumi, why? Hawks, Fem, well, Enji did tell me that Izuku was like a son to him, and well, I guess being able to see Izuku grown up able to fight him toe-to-toe with his quirks is giving him proud dad vibes. Sure, he has those with Toya and Natsuo, but with Izuku it is different. Izumi, maybe because Izuku never had that with you-know-who. Uncle Enji gladly took that role. Inko, maybe. As they watch as they see Auntie punch Endeavor in the face that sent him flying in the air and crash into the ground as he gets up and looks at Auntie. Endeavor, nice right hook, my boy. As Endeavor spits out a tooth. Endeavor, I haven't been hit so hard and lost a tooth since I was a student at UA myself. Auntie retracted his head to show Izuku. Izuku. Thanks, I've been wanting to fight you for a while now, uncle, to go full strength to show you how far I came. Oh sorry, how far we came. Endeavor. Well Izuku, how about we finish our little fight? As Auntie reforms his head as Endeavor gets up and makes his fire start to go blue as Auntie made tendrils come out of his legs and stuck them into the ground to hold his strong stances. As Endeavor shot his blue fire at Auntie, as he also made a shield as everyone covers their eyes because of the brightness of the blue flames. As Endeavor stops as he looks to see if Izuku is knocked, he was met with a deadly uppercut knocking him out. Auntie. That was a little warm. As Auntie retracts as Izuku looked at the others. Izuku. What's next? As Aizawa, Inko, Nejire, Tamaki, Ryukyu and some other heroes gave up as Izuku smirks, but then dodges a kick from Mirko. Izuku. I was wondering where you were, my sexy rabbit. Mirko. I was waiting for the others to have their fun, now let's see what you got. As both start going at it, Izuku dodging all of Mirko's kicks and punches with the help of Venom, Carnage and Auntie. As Mirko smirks as she jumps back as Izuku gets punched by a blue fist as he looks to see Siffer. Siffer. You forget about us. As Siffer retracts her head to show Izumi. You ready for a real challenge, Izuku? Izuku. Oh yeah, you two and Mirko will give us a good challenge, but it's still unfair, it's 4 against 3. Mirko. Oh my green bunny, it's actually 4 against 4. Izuku. What? As Izuku looks at Mirko as he sees a pink sludge come out of Mirko's chest as Izuku goes wide-eyed as a new symbiote forms around Mirko, as half of her face is still seen. We are Poisoner. We start off right where we left with a pink symbiote formed around Mirko. Izuku. How the fuck? Poisoner. How did we come to be, my dear green bunny? Well, remember when you cut yourself when we were working out? Well, before Venom, Carnage or Auntie could heal you, some of your blood went onto me, and well, the blood formed into us. Izuku. So you came from my blood, not sex. Poisoner. No, my green bunny, I wasn't born through sex like vapor. Siffer. Now Izuku, you have 3 symbiote girlfriends. Izuku. Yeah, that is not going to be hard to explain when I finally meet everyone's parents. Like, oh, by the way, I put an alien in each of your daughters that also like having sex with me. Poisoner. Well, Rumi's parents are okay with this after well Rumi told them off saying she doesn't care what they think. Izuku. I feel like her dad is planning my murder. Siffer. Most likely, I think all the girls' father are planning your murder, well besides Uncle Enji. Izuku. Maybe he can help me fight off an army of fathers. Poisoner. Maybe, but before that let's finish this exam. As Poisoner rushes at Izuku with great speed, kicking Izuku in the face, sending him to Siffer, who uppercuts him as soon as Izuku got close. As Izuku lands and rolls as he gets up slowly but gets kicked again by Poisoner, making him roll on the ground. Izuku, fuck, she is fast. Venom Rumi was always fast due to her strong legs and rabbit quirk, but mixed with a symbiote. Carnage, her speed now is god tier almost. Anti plus with Siffer hitting us when we don't have time to react after getting kicked is also a problem. Izuku, guys, I think we might have to do it. Venom, Izuku, you think it's time to show what we've been working on? Carnage, I can't wait to see their reaction. Anti-Venom and Carnage, give them hell. Izuku, that is right, give them hell. Venom and Carnage, you know we will. As Poisoner and Siffer are walking up to Izuku on the ground, slowly getting up as you can't see his face. Poisoner. What wrong, my love, you give up? Siffer. What happened to you? Will be able to defeat anyone, are you for all talk? Just then a cold wind was felt as Venom and Carnage's voice was heard from Izuku's body. All talk, I don't think we are. As Siffer and Poisoner stopped walking and froze, hearing both voices heard at the same time, but not just that, it started to change. As Izuku starts to move his body around as black and red sludge starts to form together, mixing and forming a new body, as everyone on the training ground and in the view room have their mouths open and their eyes wide as a new fully formed symbiote is born as it looks at Poisoner and Siffer. We do not fear man, we do not fear death, we are strong, we are fast, we are Venom and Carnage mixed, we are Rampage. As the newly mixed Venom and Carnage, now going by Rampage, stomps on the ground, creating a shock wave and a split in the ground that moved all the way to the feet of Poisoner and Siffer as they fall to the ground. Poisoner. What the hell? Siffer. They mix together, how is that possible? Rampage. A lot of hard work, my dear Siffer. Now show me what you got. As Rampage disappeared and appeared behind Siffer and punched her, sending her flying and rolling on the ground as Poisoner gets up and tries to kick him, but he catches her foot and swings her to Siffer at such a fast speed that Poisoner didn't know what just happened until she hit Siffer, who was just getting up. Rampage. Oh, is that all you ladies got? As Siffer and Poisoner looks at Rampage as he makes a come at me motion with his hand as Siffer and Poisoner look at each other and nod and rush Rampage. They both try to take him out with a kick, but Rampage just disappears, making both Siffer and Poisoner kick each other instead. Rampage. Haha, nice try ladies, but give up. As Siffer and Poisoner look at each other and then retract back into Mirko and Izumi as both look at Rampage. Both. We give up, you win. As Rampage starts laughing and starts to break apart back into Venom and Carnage as they both retract back into Izuku as he is both laughing. Izuku. Haha, that was so awesome, what a rush, woo. As Mirko and Izumi go to him and smack him and then kiss him as he looks at them. Izuku. What? Izumi. Izuku, you little weasel, keeping that mixed form a secret. Mirko. I thought I had a big surprise with Poisoner, but then you have to one-up me with mixing Venom and Carnage together. You know what, because of that you don't get this rabbit ass tonight, no sex with me. Izuku. You know that is more of a punishment for you, not me, right, Mirko? I know, forgot I said that. I need the dick in me tonight. My heat cycle is going to act up because I use poisoner. Izuku. What, Mirko? Using poisoner increases my heat cycle, since she also increases my quirk strength. Izuku. Meaning that, Mirko. We be fucking every day. Izuku. Death by snoo for me. Izumi. Also remember you have the others plus me to satisfy. Izuku. God please give me the strength, Mirko. Ah well actually I need it now. Izuku. What, Mirko? I need sex now. Izumi, tell the others we will see them after we have our fun. As Mirko grabs Izuku and starts running off, as the others heroes just watch as they see Mirko take Izuku to a building in one of the fake cities. As we cut to the viewing room, as everyone sees Mirko put Izuku down on a camera and start taking his clothes off, as RG turns off the camera and looks at the students. RG. Well everyone please leave and forget you saw Mirko and Izuku getting it on, as you younglings would say. As everyone leaves shocked besides Izuku's harem who wanted to join us, we cut to Izuku and Mirko. Smolaman, Mirko. Fuck me harder daddy, this bunny been a bad girl. Izuku. You want harder you dumb slut, I will give you harder. As Izuku slams his hard dick deeper in Mirko as she rolls her eyes back and screams. Mirko. Yes daddy, like that, call me a slut more, this slutty bunny girl love when you call her names. As Izuku keeps slamming his dick in Mirko as she is moaning like crazy, as Izuku starts smacking her ass, and then grabs one of her boobs, and starts pinching her nipple making Mirko scene. Mirko. Yes my nipple, pinch it harder and slap my ass, I've been a very bad girl. End of Smolaman. As they go at it more, as we cut to everyone walking into the dorms, as we can hear Mirko scream in pleasure from it, as everyone is shocked about that, and Izuku's harem still wants to join. We start off with Izuku just walking into the dorms with Mirko sleeping on his back, as everyone see them as Izuku tells. Then he will be back after he puts Mirko to bed. When Izuku returns to the common area, as he sits down, as everyone looks at him. Izuku. What, Felicia? Don't let us you mix Venom and Carnage together, Gwen. How is that even possible? Hinata. I thought they could live in you together, but they couldn't mix because that means they would die. Izuku. Oh no guys. As Venom, Carnage and Anti come out of Izuku as they look at everyone. Izuku. Let's explain. Venom. Alright, well one night me and Carnage was talking about another symbiote from the past. Mina. Wait, what? Carnage. Alright, some of you still don't know. Oops, well just listen anyway. Venom. Anyway, his name was Hybrid. He was created by a part of me and a part of Carnage. Carnage. He was his own symbiote with his own will to do whatever he wanted. Izumi. Wait, so if he was part you and part Venom, and has his own will, doesn't that mean this new form does also Anti? Usually yes, but see, since Izuku is the best host for all three of us, we can do stuff that would be impossible if he was not compatible with us. Momo. Like what? Yui? Them being able to mix together and break apart after Venom. Correct, you see it is a new symbiote with both mine and Carnage abilities and knowledge, but we still have control. Izuku. Think of them being bonded together. They bond to use each other's powers like how I am bonded with them. I can use their powers. Izumi. So when they mix, they're like me and cipher perfect harmony with powers and knowledge. Izuku. Correct, Mina. I didn't understand any of that. Shoka. I don't think anyone that doesn't know the truth did also. Izuku. And you three, when you ended or you all were mixing, does that mean you have even more power new form? Izuku. Yes and no. Shoka. What do you mean? Venom. We've been trying to mix all three of us together, but it's not working. Carnage. That day you redeemed yourself and saved Eri was the first time we were able to mix for more than 20-second Anti. When we found out that bitch Kasumi took Eri and broke you out, we had so much anger in us that somehow we all stayed mixed for over 30 minutes, until we found you all. Shoka. So anger causes you to all mix. Izuku. Possibly, I mean we haven't tried it since that day, but yay, anger did make it work. Kyoka. Well, all I will say is that new form you called it Rampage, right Venom? That is correct. Kyoka. Rampage looks so cool and terrifying. Nejire. Oh, I agree. Kathleen. He definitely was. As everyone looks to see Kathleen and Midnight walk in, then see Rei and Mitsuki follow after as they sit down. Kathleen. Izuku, you traumatized some of the heroes Nezu brought in to face you with that stunt. Midnight. Yay, also I am sorry, but me and Vapor ate all the chocolate we had stored. Izuku. What, that was over 79 billion pounds of chocolate. Midnight. Hey, remember I am pregnant. Just then Vapor came out of Midnight. Vapor? Same with me, and me being a symbiote means I need chocolate, so I crave it more now. Izuku. Still want to know how you as symbiote got pregnant, but hey, I am happy. Vapor. I am too. Rei. I am glad I get to be a mother to a newborn. Mitsuki. I am happy to actually have kids. I mean I always wanted twins, but I wasn't blessed when I was with my ex Mina. But didn't you have Katsumi and Katsuki? Mitsuki. I don't know what you are talking about. I have never given birth to two psycho brats that went crazy and is trying to kill my sexy boyfriend. As Mitsuki punched the table next to her and broke it in half as Mina stepped back. Mina. Right, sorry, thinking of someone else. Mitsuki. I thought so. Izuku, Venom, Carnage, and Anti looked at each other, and then to his harem. Izuku. All harem members, please meet me in our room. We need to talk. As they all go to the room, leaving the others confused and wondering what to do. As we cut to Izuku and the girls in the room. With Mirko still sleeping, Izuku sits on the edge of the bed and looks at the girls. Izuku, Izumi and Imuri, please sit next to me. The rest stay standing as Izumi and Midnight sit down as they wonder what Izuku wants. Izuku, okay, now for the rest of you, who has a symbiote? As the rest of the girls look at each other as Mitsuki, Kathleen, Nejire, and Rei steps forward as sludge start to come out of them. Mitsuki had an orange symbiote now formed. Looking at Izuku, Kathleen had a symbiote that was red and blue, and kinda reminded Venom of Spider-Man's suit. Nejire had a yellow symbiote, and Rei had what looks to be a powder blue symbiote. As Izuku shakes his head as he looks at them all. Izuku, names and how you came to be. Mitsuki's orange symbiote moved closer. I am Tango, my lovely future husband, and I was made by you and Mitsuki having hardcore sex. Izuku, I thought I figured out a way to stop that. You didn't. As the red and blue symbiote from Kathleen moves up and looks at Izuku, I am Fury, and like Tango I was made through sex. Izuku, okay, next. As the yellow one moved up formed Nejire. As Izuku looks at this one. Izuku, before you say your name, I know I haven't had sex with Nejire yet, so how were you made? I was made when you and Nejire were making out, and you bite your lip, so the blood went into her and made me. Izuku, okay, that makes sense. Another blood symbiote like poisoner, yes, and my name is Canary. Izuku, okay. As the powder blue symbiote moves up, you my love can call me Frostbite, and I was made with sex also. Izuku, alright, and I take it all of you just want to live and be with me, since you all have the same motives that you're host the new symbiotes. Yes, love. Izuku, okay, well I believe now everybody I have slept with will get a symbiote. That means I need to call Marin, Mirko's receptionist, and Venilana from the hot spring to see if they have symbiotes. Izumi, smart idea. Kathleen, oh, how about you also get rooms for all of us for a week? Midnight, yay, because we have a week off from the exams as a break. Izuku, sure, why not? I mean, Venilana did say we get the rooms free. All I need to do is let her join the fun. Momo, will I say call now? Izuku, what, Momo? We want to lose it. Izuku, Kyoka, that is right, we want to ride that amazing thing between your legs. Hinata, Dad will probably threaten to kill you if anything happens on this trip, but I need it bad. I mean, sleeping with you in that couple's sleeping bag, having it rub against my pussy made me want it bad. Nejire, I want you to be my first so bad that I can't sleep some nights. Gwen, I want to feel what that others feel after a hot night with you. Felicia, my kitty has been purring for you since I started to date you. I already lost it during that exams when everyone was asleep, but I want it again. Stella, I've been dreaming of our first night, and I can't wait anymore. Izuku, well then I will call now. All of you start packing as the girls did. As Izuku called Venilana, who was overjoyed to hear he will be coming back, and told him no charge, as long as she can have fun, which he agreed to. Meanwhile, in the teacher's lounge, Ms. Joke was on her phone as she smiles and looks at Aizawa. Ms. Joke, sweetie, we might get a grandchild soon. Aizawa, what? Ms. Joke, well, Hinata just texted me and said for the week break before the training camp, they all are going to a hot spring, and well, you know Aizawa, death to problem child. Ms. Joke, come on sweetie, you know Izuku will take care of her and the others, and plus, you know he is your favorite student. Aizawa, I know, but still I need to put fear in that boy. Inko, you know that is impossible, right? As Aizawa looks to see Inko and Ryukyu walking and holding hands. Aizawa, I know, but hey, I am her father, I need to at least try. Inko, true, but anyway brother, I want to say something. Aizawa, what? As Inko looks at Ryukyu as she kisses her, then looks at Aizawa again. Inko, me and Ryuko are getting married. Ms. Joke, congratulations. You too. Ryukyu, thanks. Emi. Aizawa, I am happy for you sis, and I will say way better choice than you know who. Inko, well, being with my dragon queen made me realize that I can never be happier than when I am with her. Ryukyu, oh Inko, I feel the same. I am so happy that I can finally be with the woman I love. Inko, and I am happy to finally realize that I am not bisexual like I thought when I was younger, but actually a lesbian. Aizawa, well, whatever you choose to be or do, I will support you. Inko, and you too Ryuko, both. Thank you. We see Izuku and his harem on a bus leaving the hot spring, as we see Venilana waving goodbye to them with only a towel on, as her legs are wobbling still. As we cut to them getting back to UA as the girls all head to their shared bedroom, as Izuku sits on the couch in the common area as Mina and a couple others go to him. Mina, wow, the girls seem to be barely able to walk. What did you do to them? Izuku, lots of stuff. Mina, wow, anyway, not sure if Aizawa texted you this morning, but we don't have class today, so we can all pack for the trip too. And we are all heading to the mall and was wondering if you like to come. Izuku, I would be happy to. The girls might not be coming because they can barely walk, but I can get them to text me a list of what they need. Mina, alright then, let's go. As we cut to everyone besides Izuku's harem at the mall, as they all decide to separate to cover more ground, as Izuku senses someone same with Venom, Carnage and Auntie, as they walk to a bench and sit down as a man in an All Might hoodie sits down next to him. Izuku, I see you finally show your face. Toshinori Yagi. As the man looks at Izuku and we see it is Toshinori Yagi as he smirks. Toshinori, hello brat, you seem happy after you ruined my life. Izuku, oh, I am happy. I have a harem of beautiful girls that love me for me. I have 3 amazing symbiotes that pushed me to continue my dream, friends at UA, living my dream to be a hero. I have a daughter that is an angle, and best of all, you're not in my life. Toshinori, Well Brad, I will be so happy when I destroy all that. Izuku. Really, you and Riot will destroy this. This made Toshinori flinch as he looked at Izuku. Toshinori. How did you know, brats? Izuku. Really, Shoka told me everything when she turned herself in. You have killed Shoto. You joined the loft to take me out. And Katsuki is still your little lapdog, probably sits sucking that tiny cock of yours. Oh, and how do I know you're small? Well, when Inko and I had that one night stand, she called out. She is happy to have a big dick in her. Because she never got to because you were tic-tac. Toshinori got pissed and tires to grab Izuku's throat back. Izuku caught his hand and pushed him away. Izuku. Nice try, but you can't beat me even with Riot. Toshinori. We will see, brat. As Riot formed around Toshinori as the crowd sees this and freaks out and start running as Venom forms around Izuku and looks at Riot. Venom. Long time no see, Riot. Right? Venom, time to die for betraying your kind. Venom. This is my home. As Riot charged at Venom and his arm into a ball with spikes and swung it at Venom as Venom just stands there and catches it without looking like a badass as Riot was shocked. Right? You didn't dodge. Venom. Why would I when you're weak, Riot? Venom. Holds onto Riot and starts swinging him around, smashing Riot into trees, benches, trash cans, then let go, making Riot fly and smash into a wall. As Riot got up, he was met with a punch to the face, and then a kick to the face. Venom. So much for the leader Riot that was supposed to be one of the strongest clinters. As Venom throw Riot into another wall as he retracts back into Toshinori. Toshinori. What the hey, we need to kill him, come on you piece of shit. Riot, watch your tune with Miyagi. It seems we need more time to come up with a plan to kill them. They are too strong right now. Toshinori. Damn it. As Toshinori got up and sees Venom walking to him. Toshinori. You win this round, brat, but I will return. As a warp gate opens and Toshinori walks in as Venom retracts back into Izuku as Endeavor, Hawks, and Mount Lady show up and see Izuku. Endeavor. Izuku, what happened? Izuku. Toshinori attacked us, well tried to, he is weak even with Riot. Hawks. Are you alright though, any cuts or injuries? Izuku. Oh no. Hawks. Are you hungry after that fight? Izuku. Uncle. Endeavor. Sorry, Izuku. Carrot is an early mom hut because she is pregnant. Izuku. Congratulations. Endeavor and Hawks. Thanks, Izuku. Mount Lady. Hey sexy, how about we talk for a bit? As Izuku looks at Mount Lady as she walks up to him. Izuku. Sorry, not interested. Mount Lady. What, but I am so damn sexy. Izuku. That may be true, but you are just trying to steal me from Namiriaki, your cousin, because of some rivalry you have with her. You're not interested in me at all, just want to piss her off. And I know the truth, you use a cork to make your boobs and ass look bigger, meanwhile you're actually flat-chested. Mount Lady. Damn you, Midnight, always getting your way. I will sleep with you, boy, and piss Midnight off, mark my words. As Mount Lady left, as Izuku looks at Endeavor. Izuku. You deal with crazies like that. Endeavor. All the time. I had this one fan strip down naked and jump me and her friends took pictures and tried to blackmail me into breaking up with Care. Hawks. Stupid bitches didn't realize I was also there, so I kicked their asses. Endeavor. I was scared. Izuku. For the first time I was scared. Izuku. I know the feeling when some other girls in UA try to flirt with me and try to seduce me when the others are around. God, they turn yandier. Endeavor. God, that is scary. Izuku. Yo. Hawks. Oh boys, all girls are a little yandier, especially when they really love the man they're with. Izuku and Endeavor look at each other and gave a weird screwed look. Endeavor. Anyway, Izuku, you need to come with us so we can write a report on what happened. Izuku. Damn okay. As they leave the mall as cops take statements from the people as we cut to Toshinori and the law. Toshinori. Damn it, that brat is so strong. Katsuki. The loser is strong how? Toshinori. His bond with the others is unrivaled, that is what making them super strong. Shigaraki. Then maybe we should do what the doctor planned. Toshinori. Make me into a high-end Nomu with what little quirks you have left from AFO. Shigaraki. Yes, with those quirks and Riot you should be able to finally kill that brat once and for all. Riot came out of Toshinori. Right. We are in. If we can kill Venom and the other two symbiotes and that brat, then we can take over this world with my kind, and then even more planets. Katsuki. That is what I like to hear. Let's destroy this planet and destroy others. As they all laugh as we cut to Izuku in Endeavor's office doing paperwork with Endeavor as Hawks is reading a book called So You're Going to Be a First-Time Mother, as she smiles because she is super happy to be a mother. Hey guys, the next chapter today will be out a little later today. Chapter 45. We see Izuku still in Endeavor's office as he left to go to the bathroom as Izuku goes and sits down next Kika. Izuku. So far are you? Hawks. Only 4 weeks. Izuku. Oh, and you're still going on patrol. Hawks. Yay, for now I'm staying my IG mostly just in case, but yay, I also mainly do the paperwork. Izuku. I see also you reading up. As Hawks looks at the books of babies. Hawks. Yes and no. I am only reading them because some of my family gave me them, but I don't plan on using them to raise my baby. Sure, there are good ideas in the book, but parents learn better by doing it by themselves. IG also raised 4 kids with Rei, Akatuya, Fayumi, Natsuo and Shoka, and they turned out great. Well, Shoka did some stuff, but let's not get into that again. Izuku. Yes please, let's not. Anyway, you are only reading to see what these books say, but don't actually plan to follow. Hawks. Yeah, see, I don't trust these books mainly because the people that wrote them never actually had kids, so how can they know how to raise them? Also, every baby is different. Some might cry all the time at night, some might hardly cry at night. That is why I believe raising a baby is better with experience than books. Endeavor. You were right, babe. As they look to see Endeavor just walking in as he goes and sits down. Endeavor. Also, you need to read those books because of your mother. Hawks. Ah, I know. Izuku. Why does it matter what your mother says? Hawks. My mother is one of those people that tell everyone what to do and then complains about everything. Izuku. The Karen. Hawks. Actually, yes, kind of. Anyway, she's the one that sent me most of these books. Since this is my first, she is also very gullible and believes everything her friends told her to get me to read them and get tested. Izuku. Wait, tested. Hawks. Yay, she will call me every week to test me on chapters of the book. That is another reason I am reading. Endeavor. Because if she doesn't, her mother will never shut up, and that makes me want to smash my head in because I then get a call with her calling me a bad partner for her daughter. Izuku. Akira, your mother is crazy. Hawks. Bitch, I know why you think I moved out as soon as I could. I couldn't stay there controlling my life. Sure, she still tries, but I just pretend to listen to her to shut her up. Izuku. Wow, I hope my future mother-in-laws are not crazy like that. Endeavor. Well, you don't have to worry about Shoka's mother because, well, you're also dating Ray and Ray's mom. Well, she might also try and flirt with you. She has a similar thing for men like Ray. Izuku. Really? Endeavor. Yes, when I met Ray's mom we just started to date in high school, and well, every time I went there she was trying to flirt with me, and have her way it was super awkward and annoying. Izuku. Damn. Hawks. I would have bitch slap her. Endeavor. Ray actually did now that I think about it. I believe that is why Ray doesn't talk to her mom anymore. So Izuku, you don't have to worry about meeting Ray's mom. Izuku. Cool. Hawks. Also Izuku, I give you my blessing as well. Izuku. What? Hawks. Well, me and IG plan on getting married after the baby is born and Shoka will be my stepdaughter. And she does also already call me mom. So as his stepmom, I also give my blessing to date and marry my daughter. Izuku. Oh, aw, thanks. Endeavor. Felt weird Care saying that, right? Izuku. Yes. Hawks. I knew it would, but hey, if she already calls me mom then I will start doing mom things. Endeavor. Shoka isn't the only one that started to call you mom. Tuya and Fayumi called you mom the other day when I was visiting Tuya and Mo and little Moya. Hawks. Wait, really? Endeavor. Yeah, they asked if mom and I would like to have brunch this coming Saturday and I told them I would ask Ray. Izuku. Let me guess, they corrected you and said not mom Care. Endeavor. Yes, actually. Hawks. Wow, I am already being called mom by them. Endeavor. That you are anyway. Izuku, I will take you back to UA. The paperwork is all done, and I sent the report to Nezu, so he already knows. Izuku. Cool, see you auntie. Hawks. Oh, you are calling me auntie now, I am so happy. As Kara starts to cry as Izuku looks at Endeavor who sighs. Endeavor. Her emotions are everywhere because of this pregnancy. Izuku. That fast. Endeavor. Yeah, apparently her mother was the same when it came to her sister. Izuku. So runs in the family. Endeavor. Yup, now let's go. As Endeavor kisses Kara and leaves with Izuku as they get in the car and take off. Endeavor. So Izuku, how was your hot spring trip? Izuku. Good, had a lot of fun. Endeavor. I bet, but just know if Shoka gets pregnant before high school is over I will hurt you. Izuku. Oh, trust me, all the girls that are students can't get pregnant. Endeavor. What do you mean? Izuku. Venom, Carnage and anti-block my sperm for well-being effective. Don't ask me how that works, but I can Kumin them raw, and they will never get pregnant. Endeavor. But Ray, Mitsuki, Kathleen and Midnight are pregnant, same with Vapor. Izuku. Because I wanted them to and so did they. See if they want to be pregnant. Venom, Carnage and Anti will let my sperm be well sperm, but if I don't want them to be pregnant, they will stop my sperm from being effective. Endeavor. So it's like a switch you can turn on and off if you're having sex. You can have sex raw and cum normally inside them, and they won't get pregnant if you wish not to, and then if you want to and they want to also you can. Izuku. Yes. Endeavor. Okay, anyway, let's move on. Anyway, I have a question for you. Izuku. Yes. Endeavor. Will you be the godfather of my child? Izuku just looks at Endeavor with shock and happiness. Izuku. You want me to be the godfather? Endeavor. Yes, and I already talked to Kara about it, and she agreed to it. Ray is also going to be the godmother. Izuku. You haven't told her. Endeavor. No, not yet, because only you, Tuya, Mo and Fayumi knows Kara is pregnant right now. I will be inviting everyone to my place for the announcement next week. Izuku. Well, I will be honored also. I want you to be the godfather of my child with Ray and Kara to be the godmother. Endeavor. Well, I am honored also, and I know Kara will be. Izuku. I hope our kids get along well growing up. Endeavor. Same with me also. What are you hoping for with Ray? Izuku. Well, I know it's only one kid she is having, and we don't want to know the sex of the baby until they are born, but I am hoping for a son with Ray. Endeavor. I am hoping for another girl with Kara. I don't want to raise boys again, not after Tuya and Natsuo. Those two were little shits growing up. Izuku. Where I think you mean they're still little shits. Endeavor. Hahaha, yay, that is true. What you hope for with Mitsuki? We know she is having twins. Izuku. I am hoping for girls for the twins. Endeavor. Twin girls will be nice. Izuku. Yay, with Kathleen I hope for a guy and Nimiri I hope a girl. Endeavor. Vapor. Izuku. Ah well, that is a tough one because well I'm not sure the child will be human or symbiote. Endeavor. That is so true. I mean, how did a symbiote get pregnant? Aren't they like 80% sludge or something? Venom, Carnage and Anti come out. Venom. Yes, something like that. Carnage. And we usually can only breed when we are connected to a host, when our DNA is passed to someone or experimented on. Anti. That is how the others are made. Also with the female symbiotes are different. Endeavor. How so? Venom. They can make sexual organs, like nipples, pussies and assholes to get fucked. Carnage. That is the first time we ever seen our kind do that. We can't even make dicks. Anti. So we believe the female gliders are a new species due to the host having quirks. Endeavor. Wait, so the girls having quirks change their species. Izuku. That is the theory we came up with. See, I am quirkless still, so Venom, Carnage and Anti are just them, but Vapor, Cipher and now the others can use the girls' quirks. Endeavor. And since they can, that means they evolved. Venom. We think. Endeavor. And due to that, they can get pregnant now, but we are not sure if it will be human or symbiote. Izuku. Correct. Venom. They child might be symbiotes, but are able to survive without a host, meaning they can FLRM human bodies and live. Izuku. That could be it also. Endeavor. Guess only time will tell. Izuku. Yup. As Endeavor and Izuku talk more as they make it to UA and just talk more in the car as we cut to Inko and Ryukyu. Inko. Are you sure you want to ask him? Ryukyu. Yes Inko, I am. Izuku is the best choice to donate his sperm for us to have a child. His green hair matches yours and other stuff also. Inko. Buff to ask him. Ryukyu. I know it will be awkward due to everything, but I told you I will carry the child. Inko. Okay, I do want a child with you, and Izuku still looks like me, even though we don't share DNA anymore, so he is the best person to ask for his sperm. Ryukyu. Then let's go wait at the dorms for him and ask. We see Izuku get out of Endeavor's car as he walks to the dorms and walks in to see Inko and Ryukyu. Izuku. Inko, Ryukyu, what are you doing here? Inko, blushing. We came to ask you something. Izuku. Oh god. Ryukyu. No, it's not that. Izuku. Oh well, what can I help you with? Ryukyu. Give me your sperm. This made Izuku freezes and unable to speak. Inko. Ryuko, no Izuku, calm down. What we are asking us for you to donate your sperm, so we can have a child. Izuku was still frozen as Ryukyu goes to him. Ryukyu. Maybe I should have told him why before saying give me your sperm. Inko. You think you broke him. As 5 minutes go by as Izuku snaps back to reality and sees that he is now in his room with Ryukyu and Inko looking at some of Midnight's toys as they see him. Inko. Better. Izuku. Yay, sorry, but can you please explain? Inko. Yes, of course. Me and Ryuko are getting married as you know, and well, we want a baby to raise also. We checked the sperm donors, but didn't like any of them. The worker told us we can also ask someone we trust and think will be a good sperm donor for a child. Izuku. And you picked me, why? Ryukyu. Because you're brave, smart, caring, the true makings of a hero. We want that for our child. Plus you still look like Inko a bit, even though you do have DNA anymore, so our kid will kind of look like her. Izuku. I get it, I don't mind giving you my sperm. Inko and Ryukyu. Really, thank you. Izuku. No problem, so when do you want it? Ryukyu. We can go to the clinic today and do it. Izuku. Sure, I have nothing better to do today anyway. As all three leave, we skip to the clinic where Izuku is in a room with the nurse. Izuku. So how is this going to work? Is it like milking a cow? You going to give me a hand job or something? Nurse. If I had a nickel for each man that comes in here and asks that, I wouldn't need this job. Izuku. Sorry, so you hear that a lot, don't you? Nurse. Yes, I do now, Mr. Parker. All you have to do is do your business and shoot it in the cup. There's videos or porn magazines to get you going. Izuku. Okay, thanks. As the nurse leaves, we see Izuku pick out a movie. Time skip. We see Izuku coming out of the room as Inko and Ryukyu are waiting, as the nurse goes to him and grabs the cup, but sees it's empty. Nurse. Mr. Parker. Izuku. Sorry, the videos and magazines didn't do it for me. Inko. What? Ryukyu. Are you sure? Izuku. Must be because of my harem. I slept with them a lot, so I guess my body doesn't get hard from videos or mags. It only does for real sex. As Ryukyu and Inko look at each other and grab Izuku and push him into the room as Ryukyu looks at the nurse. Ryukyu. These rooms are soundproof, right? Nurse. Blushing. Yes. Ryukyu. No one will come in. Nurse. Blushing. No, because the news light is on. Ryukyu. Good, you can go on break, this might take a bit. As Ryukyu closes the door and locks it as the nurse walks away, turn 1 and blushing hard as we cut into the room and see Inko taking off Izuku's clothes. Izuku. What the hell? Inko. We will help you. Ryukyu. I may be a full lesbian and swear I will never fuck a guy, but I want a child, so I will make exception for you. As Inko and Ryukyu strip down and Izuku gets hard. Inko. So you can only get hard from real sex. Ryukyu. So let's begin. We see Izuku walking into the dorms with a smile on his face as his harem in class sees him. Izumi. Izuku, what's up, you seem happy. Midnight. That is his I got laid face. Who the hell did you bang this time, Izuku? Inko and Ryukyu. Everyone. What, how? Mirko. How did you get to bang Ryukyu? She is a lesbian. Izuku. Not towards me, I will explain in full later anyway. I need to go lay down those to drain me from my seat as Izuku walks away, as his harem looks at Nejire, who already knew what to do and called Ryukyu, to explain what should let Izuku bang her, as we see Izuku enter his room and lay on his bed as he talks Izuku. So you think they will get a symbiote Venom? Only time will tell Izuku. Carnage, that is right. Anti will most likely happen, since Jinzo likes doing that type of stuff, giving girls symbiotes. I am surprised he didn't give Venelon or Marin one yet. Jinzo, stop breaking the fourth wall. Izuku. Anyway, so when do you guys think that loser will attack again? Venom, not for a while. Carnage, he will have to come up with a plan that might work. Anti, but he is dead anyway because we are symbiotic. We are perfect for each other. Izuku. Yeah, even though Toshinori and Riot are bonded, I don't think they are perfectly symbiotic. Venom, Kathleen Setter and Riot were symbiotic, but once she realized she was corrupted by him, she got rid of him, and trust me, when a host rejects a symbiote, they are no longer compatible. Izuku. So like you are Peter Parker. Venom, yes, I mean we could still bond, but one of us will have to take full control of the other. I wish I didn't ruin my bond with Peter the First, like being a hero back then. Izuku. Well, you get to live your dream of being a hero with me. Carnage, same with us. Anti, that is right. Venom, I know, but I guess the old saying goes you can never really get over your first love. Izuku. Yeah, I guess that is true. Hey, you guys think Riot knows how to breed, I mean make new symbiotes from using Toshinori's DNA? Carnage, I don't think so. Anti, he would have done it by no. Venom, you knew Riot the most, could he think of that? Venom, Riot is a strong symbiote, but not really the brightest when it comes to how we breed. We sometimes come from nests like eggs. Sometimes we split into a new one, or like Carnage and the others, we come from DNA from a perfect host. Izuku. So since Toshinori and Riot aren't perfectly symbiotic, they can't make a army. Venom, yes. Izuku. That is good. As a knock was heard as Izuku looks to see the door open to show Eri as she runs up to him. Eri. Papa. Izuku. My princess, you had fun with Mr. Nezu at the World Conquering Convention. Eri. Yes, everyone there was nice to me and told me I can be the next empress of the world, just from my cuteness. Izuku. They are right, you know. Venom, why did we let her go with Nezu again? Carnage, because he tricked us. Anti, that rat god. He knows we can't live without chocolate, so he bribed us, so we would agree to let Eri become his apprentice. Izuku, not letting my other kids be alone with him. Eri. Papa, you okay? Izuku. Yes, sweetie, just talking to Venom, Carnage and Anti-Eri. Oh, I talk to Vino all the time too. Izuku. Who? As a small black symbiote comes out of Eri as Izuku goes white-eyed as Venom, Carnage and Anti come out and are also shocked. Izuku. What that? Eri? Papa, this is Vina. Vina. Hello, Papa. All four. How? Who? When? Where? What? Eri? Papa, don't you remember when Mr. Venom healed my scars? Izuku. Wait, don't tell me. Vina. When Papa Venom healed Eri, he left a piece of him still inside, and it evolved into me. Papa, I just couldn't speak up until now when we were with Mr. Fuzzy Man. Izuku. You mummies are going to kill me. Harem. No, we will not. As Izuku and the three idiots looked to see all the girls midnight. We knew about Vino already. Izumi. When we talked with Eri on video chat, Vina came out. Izuku. Why didn't you tell us? Venom. Yay. Carnage. We need to know. Auntie. This is so wrong that we are the last to find out. Midnight. Sorry babe, it kind of slipped our mind when we went to the hot spring. Izuku. Oh, that is why. Harem. Yes. Izuku. Okay then. As Venom, Anti, and Carnage retract back into Izuku as he looks at Eri and Vina. Sad. Izuku. What is wrong, sweeties? Eri. You mad I have Vina? Vina. Papa doesn't like me. Izuku. No, I love you also. Vina. It's just a little shocking. I love both my little girls, Eri and Vina. Pop loves us, yay. As Eri just and hugs Izuku as Vina wraps around his arm for a hug as Izuku hugs back. Izuku. Vina, you are my daughter also, and please protect Eri. Vina. I will, Papa. Eri. I will protect Vina also, Papa. Eri and Vina. And when we get big and strong like you, Papa, we will be a hero like you, and call us daughter of symbiosis. Veneri, or Eri. Vina, we still need to work on a name. Papa. Izumi. Wow, they are perfectly symbiotic. Midnight. That is a good thing, now our babies are protected. Kathleen. And when they start school, Eri will never be alone, and if people try and mess with her, she has Vina to protect her, and scare the bullies away. Stella. And also when she starts to date, oh boy, the guys that break her heart will feel tri-penguin. Not just from Eri and Vina, but from Izuku as well. Look as Izuku looks at the girls, and they see a deadly aura. The Izuku speaks in a voice mixed with Venom, Carnage and Anti-Izuku. She will never date unless I approve of the guy, and they will only get my approval is if they impress me or beat me in a fight, and if they do end up dating her, if they hurt her, I will eat them and eat his family. Eri. I don't want a boyfriend. Papa doesn't like mommy's Vina. Unless it's a boy like Papa. Eri. Yeah, if he is like Papa, I want him to be my boyfriend. Izuku calmed down and looked at them. Izuku. Thank you girls, I am happy you will not date unless it's someone like, or if I don't like them. Eri and Vina. We are daddy's girls. As his harem looks and shakes their heads. Momo. I said the same thing until I hit puberty. Kyoka. Same, I think all little girls are like that. Mitsuki. When I was in school, when my girlfriend started to date guys, I joined in and forgot I told my dad the same thing Eri and Vina did with Izuku. And if Eri and Vina get into that teenage girl rebellious phase, oh boy, Izuku and the boys are going to have a field day harem. Yes, he will. As the harem looks at Eri and Vina being swung around by Izuku laughing and smiling as we cut to a house in the woods. You got the kitchen clean, Tiger. Tiger. Yes, I do, Pixie Bob. I don't understand why I have to do this now because Izuku is coming, and we don't want to look like slobs to our future husband and the sisterhood of the other harem members, Tiger. Really, ragdoll sisterhood. Hey, shut up and clean, Tiger. Tiger. Alright, Mandalay. Mandalay is the man that saved Mama and Papa coming, Mandalay. Yes, Koda, he is coming with his class now. Did you clean your room, Koda? Yes, I did. Also, thank you again for letting me stay with you when he is here, Mandalay. No problem, Koda. Pixie Bob. That is right, besides your mom and dad are on their 12-year anniversary trip, Ragdoll. Yay, so you get to spend time with your new favorite hero who saved your mom and dad from that villain, and they get their alone time, Koda. Yay, anyway, Tiger, can you help me finish my model for my hero? I only need to get anti-venom done, Tiger. Sure, Koda, just wait until I get this stove done, Koda. Okay, thanks. As Koda walked away as Mandalay speaks. Mandalay. Oh girls, we need to head into town soon for bikini wax, Pixie Bob. Right, we need to look down there for Izuku, Ragdoll. Do you think we should get some condom? As the girls look at each other and laugh. Girls. We don't need condoms, we want to get pregnant, Tiger. I need to text Aizawa for noise-cancelling headphones and also for the other students. As we cut back to Izuku in the dorms as we see him helping Yuri pack her bag as Vino also helps. We see everyone on the bus waiting to head to camp. The only people not there are Midnight, Kathleen, Mitsuki and Rei. We see Hinata and Yui sitting on Izuku's lap as they talk as Kirishima looks at Izuku. Kirishima. Hey bro, did you hear we have some general studies student joining? Izuku. Wait, general studies, oh god. That's then Aizawa got on with everyone's favorite character. Izuku favorite character to give hate comments to. You mean Jinso? Jinso? Yes, I do. As everyone sees Tenya Iida get on as he looks at Izuku and goes to him. Iida. Why are these female students sitting on your lap? That is inappropriate. And why is a child here? This is a school for heroes, not a daycare. As Izuku gets Hinata and Yui off him as he grabs Iida by the collar and picks him up. Izuku. Why are you here? As Aizawa walks up and puts his hand on Izuku's arm. Aizawa. Sorry Izuku, but his father threatened to sue if this one wasn't let back in class 1A. Iida. Because I am a true hero unlike you, you delinquent. Aizawa. Mr. Iida, I remind you that if you try to make anyone follow your rules, you are immediately blacklisted for all hero schools, because of what happened with Stain. As Iida looked away as Izuku put him down as Venom forms his arm as a sword comes out as Iida sees it, and flinched as everyone looks at the sword. Kirishima. Bro, cool sword so your core can make real weapons. Izuku looks at the sword as he see how damaged and worn out it is as he looks at Kirishima. Izuku. No, they can't. This is Stain's sword. Oh sorry, Chizumakaguro. Stella. Wait, you have the hero killer's sword. Izuku. Yes, I do. Aizawa. Before we go to camp, tell us why you have it. Iida. That is right, you will. Aizawa. Mr. Iida. Iida looked away as Izuku looks at the blade as he closes his eyes. Izuku. Because I respect Stain. Everyone. What? Izuku. Stainer Chizumakaguro was like me, growing up wanting to be a hero, but society turned its back on him like it turned it back on me. He was labeled a villain due to his quirk. Because it involved blood, the world didn't see that he could stop a villain right away, with no damage to the city or citizens. He was called a monster, but he wasn't. He was like us. He dreamt of being a hero. He hated what he was doing, but he knew it was the only way for people to see the truth. When I fought him, I could see the pain in his eyes, because the only way for him to get his message out when no one would listen was to become the monster everyone said he was. He wished for death for a true hero, so that hero can see his pain and spread his message, and somehow he knew it was me. He entrusted me to spread his message, and I hold onto his sword, so when his message is heard by everyone I can give him a proper burial. Because he wasn't a monster, the world just made him one. As Izuku looks at the sword as Venom forms his arm again, and brings it back into his body as Izuku sits down, as the class was amazed on how Izuku explained why Stain did what he did, as Aizawa nods and looks at the bus driver, and told him to head to camp. Time skip brought to you by Chibi Iri and Chibi Vina, giving Chibi Izuku a card saying we love our papa. As we see the bus stopped as the class gets out as Izuku stays by the bus, as everyone questions why they stopped as they then see a black car pull up as Izuku gets ready. As the doors to the black car opens as the class see two blurs rush out, and then hear a thought as they look to see Mandalay and Pixie Bob on the ground, after hitting their bodies on the bus as the class sees Izuku now on top of the bus, after dodging Mandalay and Pixie Bob. Izuku. I told you no tackles. Mandalay. But we missed you. Pixie Bob. We've been so busy that we couldn't see you and we feel so horny that we couldn't wait. Izuku. Hey newsflash, others are here. As Mandalay and Pixie Bob look to see the normal students uncomfortable as Izuku's harem is nodding their heads, meaning we get it. Pixie Bob. Right, we still need to wait for our fun tonight. I am think hot spring. Mandalay. Oh totally. Izuku. Enough now, let's get to camp. As Mandalay and Pixie Bob get up as they explain where the camp is, and then Pixie Bob send them to the forest as Izuku is the only one left up top because he jumped out of the way. Izuku. Well, I bet my harem will be there in an hour. What do you think, Iri and Vina? Iri? We think mommies will be also our papa. Mandalay. Wait, we have a daughter. Pixie Bob. We are mommies. Iri? Papa, are they also my mommies? Izuku. Yes sweetie, they are. You just haven't been able to see them because they were busy, and you have one more at camp. Eri. Yay, more mommies that love me. Vina, we are the luckiest little girls in the world. Vina comes out of the area and starts to cheer with her, as Izuku starts taking pictures as Mandalay, and Pixie Bob does the same, as Aizawa just shakes his head and gets in the driver's seat, as we cut to Izuku waiting at the camp, playing with Eri, as Eri sees he mommies coming out of the forest first. Eri. Papa, we were right, it took mommy's only hour to get her. As she runs to the girls as Izuku was about to walk to them, as he then felt something pull his shirt as he looks down and see Kota looking at him. Kota. You're the Clinter hero. Symbiosis, right? Izuku. Well, not a full hero yet, I have a temporary license when I need it, but yes, that is me. As Kota hugs Izuku, making him shocked as Kota started to cry. Kota. You saved my mama and papa from a villain a year ago. Thank you so much, you my #1 hero. As Izuku is confused as he sees Mandalay show a picture of the water hose duo, as Izuku remembers he saved them from a villain called Muscular. Izuku. You're the son of the water hose duo. Kota. Yes, I am. Izuku. Well kid, you're welcome, but I was doing what any hero would do. Kota. I know, but you saved them and you're my hero. When I grow up, I will be a hero just like you. As Izuku was about to say something, Sim yelled. Eri. Hey, I will be a hero like my papa. As Kota looks at Eri and blushes as Izuku sees this and gets a little mad, but calms down as Eri comes up and looks at Kota. Eri. I will be like papa, you have your own papa to be like. Izuku. Eri sweetie, he can be a hero like me. Eri. Really? Izuku. Yes Eri, because that is what I want future heroes like you two to look up to me and follow my footsteps. Eri. You're right papa. As Eri looks at Kota, who is still blushing, looking at Eri. Eri. I am sorry I yelled at you. You can be like my papa like I will be. Kota didn't say a thing, making Eri look at Izuku. Eri. Papa, he is broken and really red, it's weird. Izuku. Haha, he will be fixed later. Eri, go with your mommies and get ready for lunch. Eri. Okay bye weird boy who is broken, see you around. As Eri runs off as Izuku looks at Kota watching Eri leave. Izuku, I will need to spend time with this boy to see if he is suited for Eri. Venom, if he is not, we eat him. Carnage, scary him to death. Anti-scary him to death and eat him. Izuku, no you idiots, just never mind, let's take him inside and eat. We have about 69 billion chocolate bars in the mega freeze that Ragdoll got, guys. 3 Sujas chocolate. As Izuku picks up Kota and runs in the camp and puts him down and goes and gets chocolate and starts eating like a madman. We see Izuku talking with his harem, while Eri is on his lap playing a game on Izuku's phone. As the other students finally make it out of the forest, as we see that at night Izuku. Wow, 6 hours, what took you so long? Mina, panting. We got lost because of him, as she points to Ida who was on the ground dying from exhaustion. Izuku. What do you mean? Kirishima. Bro, this guy told us that camp was left of this giant rock. We ended up going in a circle 6 times, before he made us all fall into a river. Gwen. Why did you listen to him? Uraka. We didn't want to, he just ordered us to follow and was being a baby. If we didn't, Felicia. I would have left him. Everyone, minus Ida. We wish we did. As we cut to everyone sitting down eating, Izuku felt bad for the others, so he made food for them. Besides Ida, he needed to cool for himself, as we see Kota talking with Eri, who was blushing at her Mandalay. Looks like Kota has a crush on Eri. Izuku. Yay, that is obvious, but I doubt he will get far with my little girl Pixie Bob. Let me guess, you will scare poor Kota Ragdoll. You wouldn't do that, right, Izuku? Of course not, I mean look at Eri. As they look at her and they see her and her ask Kota if she can call him Ani-chan because he is older. Izuku. Eri is looking at him as a brother. Izumi. Izuku, remember me, your once little sister who loved you even when we shared blood. Izuku. Oh yay, maybe he does have a chance. As his harem shakes their head as we cut to morning, as we see Izuku leaving a room, as we see Mandalay, Pixie Bob and Ragdoll in the room, naked, smiling as Izuku heads in the hot spring, as he sees Kota also in the hot spring. Izuku. Hey kid. Kota. Symbiosis. Izuku. Just call me Izuku. Kota. Okay, you can call me Kota or anything you want. Izuku thinks and looks at Kota. Izuku. I will just call you kid or Kota. Kota. Okay. As Izuku and Kota talk, as we then cut to everyone training, as 1B walks up with Vlad King Aizawa. Ah Vlad, good to see you. Vlad. You too Aizawa, how is your students coming along? Aizawa. Take a look. As 1B look to see Class 1A fighting Izuku, as they see Izuku wiping the floor with them, as Itsuka speaks. Itsuka. Aizawa sir, is it far for Izuku to be fighting alone? Aizawa. He is never alone. As 1B see black, red and white tendrils coming out of Izuku, as they remember his quirk. The bar. He had 3 living quirks. Aizawa. Yes he does, and those quirks are his family, they got his back and he got them. Satsuna. He is also really hot. Itsuka. Down. Satsuna. Jinzo isn't adding any more girls to his harem. Jinzo. Okay, well how the hell did you break the 4th wall? Itsuka. I mean Izuku is one thing, and Nezu is a buddy of mine, so he can break the 4th wall, but you, how is that possible? Itsuka. Because you're a mentally damaged god who is batshit crazy. Jinzo. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, back to the story. Satsuna. What does that mean? Itsuka. Nothing. As Aizawa looks around at 1B, as G noticed someone missing. Aizawa. Vlad, you're missing a student. Vlad. Oh yay, that Minama Kitty was expelled because of his attitude, and because he was bullying a student from the support course. Aizawa. Well good, his personality was annoying. Vlad. Yay, anyway, listen up 1B. As Vlad looks at his class as they look at him, Vlad. We cannot fall behind 1A, so I want you all to go out there and fight Izuku Parker also. If you can hit him once, you will have no homework for 2 weeks. Once we get back to UA, as 1B is now determined to fight Izuku as they rush him, and start fighting him alongside 1A, as Vlad and Aizawa look to see Tiger walking up to them. Aizawa. You okay, Tiger? Tiger? Yay, just sore. Vlad. What happened? Aizawa. Oh, Tiger wanted to see how strong Izuku really is, and well, Tiger. See those trees over there? As he points as Vlad looks to see 6 trees knocked down. Vlad. Yay, what about them, Tiger? Izuku and that quirk anti-samshed me through them, and also into the boulder as Vlad looks to see a bunch of small rocks as he looks at Tiger. Vlad. Those are rocks. Aizawa. They were once a boulder until Venom smashed Tiger into it 3 times. Vlad. Oh, Tiger. Wasn't fun, and that is why the students are fighting him. They were supposed to train their quirks with me and the girls, but they are still passed out from sex, and well, I already told you. Vlad looks at Aizawa. Vlad. Do you actually teach your class, Aizawa, or do you let Izuku teach them? Aizawa. I do, it's just I use Izuku for training Tiger. What does Imi think of that also, or is she? Aizawa. Imi is alright with it because we use that time to plan our wedding, and she is visiting her mom right now and picking out wedding dresses. Vlad. Still can't believe she actually got you to propose, Aizawa. What can I say, she made me actually fall in love, Tiger. And Hinata's mom. Aizawa looked down. Aizawa. I love her mom also. I wished I knew she was pregnant. I would have stayed with her and been a family, but she kept Hinata a secret because she knew the danger of my job as an underground hero. Vlad. How's Hinata with Imi? Aizawa. She and her get along well. Hinata started to call her mom here and there, but not much, and I believe I have Izuku to thank for that. Vlad. You really like Izuku, don't you? Aizawa. Well, he is my nephew, I think, or is he not? I guess need to figure out how that works now, but I also see his strength and passion. He is my favorite student. Vlad. Wow, you have a favorite student. Aizawa. Yay, so what? As we cut to outside the forest as we see Katsuki, Toshinori and Shigaraki. Alright, my mole said they are here, Toshinori. Good, now the doctor made this Nomu with fire and sound quirks, right, Shigaraki? Yes, everything to kill those 2 symbiotes, and for the white one, we will poison it, Katsuki. What about the one Izumi has? Toshinori. Same thing, my boy, this Nomu will kill it, and I promise you can rape Izumi after, Katsuki. Good, that slut is going to be my cum dump, and we'll get to know what a real man's dick feels like, Toshinori. That is right. Right now we see everyone making supper as we cut to Izuku on the roof laying down. Izuku, you guys smell them. Venom, yes, they smell like weak, desperate maggots. Carnage, will they ever learn? Auntie, no, they won't. Izuku, so what is the plan, guys? We can't let the others get hurt. Venom, tell Aizawa. Carnage, he can get the others to safety while we deal with the so-called greatest heroes. Auntie, that works. Izuku, then let's tell him. As Izuku jumps down from the roof, goes to Aizawa and Vlad King, and tells him that Toshinori and Katsuki are here to attack, and that they have the love with them. As we cut tonight as we see Izuku sitting in front of a fire as he senses the idiots coming. Meanwhile, with the students, they are on the bus driving away from campus. One student is pissed. Damn it, they somehow figure a plan to attack. But how? Damn, now I need to go to plan C. With this extra quirk Afo gave me before he died, I can kidnap Izuku's daughter or one of his harem members. As the student looks to their side and see Ida pissed also as the student gets idea. The Ida hates him, so maybe I can use him to help me. As the student opens their mouth and speaks, it's that damn delinquent's fault that we get attacked. As Ida looks and smiles at the student. Ida. Yes, you're right, finally someone that understands. Thank you, Ashido. Mina. I mean, he is always targeted and has no respect for the rules. Ida. You're right, I wish I can do something about it. Mina. I can help you get back your order. I mean, I believe Izuku has them all under his control, and the one attacking Izuku right now is All Might, a true hero. Ida. Then we need to help All Might take down this villain. Mina. Well then, here is the plan. As Mina and Ida talk, as we cut back to Izuku as we still just see him in front of a fire as he speaks. Izuku. So you idiots think you can really pull one over on me? I mean, first the USJ Shigaraki, you Toshinori at the mall, and now this. How stupid is you guys planning? As Izuku turns his head and looks to see Shigaraki, Toshinori and Katsuki walk out of the woods with 2 Nomus, one with speakers around its neck and the other with fire coming from its head. Izuku. I would offer you s'mores, but my brothers eat them. Toshinori. You will die, brat. We brought Nomus with Clincher's weakness. Izuku. Is that where it is hiding inside you like a little bitch? Katsuki. You will be doing the same, Deku, and after we kill you, I will rape every last girl in your harem and your precious daughter before I gut them like fish. Izuku. You know, I would have gotten pissed by that, but I already know the upcoming this little, well, let's say battle. The odds of you all winning is negative 500%, and the chance of me beating the living shit out of all of you and eating you is well infinity percent. Shigaraki. You wish brat flame kill him. As the Nomu with fire on its head moves forward as Izuku stands up and then venom forms around him as Shigaraki, Toshinori and Katsuki smirk thinking they won. As the fire Nomu shoots fire at Venom as he just stands there and takes it as Venom is engulfed in flames as the fire Nomu stops as the villains start laughing, but stop when they hear Venom. Venom. Man, that was warm. Right came out of Toshinori and looked at Venom. Right. How? Venom. We have been experimented on, we no longer have our weakness to fire. Carnage, you take over. As Venom retracts and Carnage forms as Toshinori yells, Toshinori. Sound, kill him. As Ryu quickly retracts back into Toshinori as he puts on noise-cancelling headphones as the speaker Nomu sends a high-frequency sound wave at Carnage, who is pushed back a little, but doesn't go crazy and freak out. As the speaker Nomu stops as the idiots look and can't believe that did nothing. Carnage. We also lost the weakness to sound, I mean it does hurt, but we can't die or be separated from our host by it, so you all are dead. As Carnage rushes the Nomus and bites both their heads off as Katsuki goes for attack, but a white tendril shoots out of Carnage as he retracts back into Izuku as Anti quickly forms and rips off Katsuki's arm, making him freak out and start to cry like a little bitch as Anti eats his arm. Anti. So you still want to play, why not come out right? As Ryu does form around Toshinori as he makes his hand into a ball and makes spikes come out of it, right? You will die. As Ryu goes to attack but Anti just catches it and bites off Ryu's hand, making him scream as he looks at his hand as if he forms, right? You will pay for that, Anti. Oh really? As Anti stamps on Katsuki's and uses him as a spring and jumps at Ryu as he makes a blade in his hand and stabs him. As Ryu starts to scream as he starts to left Toshinori's body as Toshinori's face is show as he looks at Ryu. Toshinori. Where are you going? Don't leave me. As Ryu is full gone as Anti looks to see him making his way to Katsuki as Anti looks to see his blade in Toshinori's chest as Anti pulls it out. Anti. We were right, you weren't symbiotic, you two weren't really partners in this fight. As Toshinori falls to the ground as he looks to see Ryu jump on Katsuki and start to heal him as Katsuki gets up and looks at Anti. Katsuki. Now I have a symbiote, you motherfucker. Anti retracts his head to show Izuku. Izuku. You, I am a motherfucker. I fucked Rei, Inko, some other mothers, and I also fucked Mitsuki who is pregnant with my child, so Katsuki. I will kill you. Katsuki didn't finish because his body start to move around and bend unnaturally as he looks at Izuku, as Ryu burst out of his chest killing Katsuki. As Ryu moves to Shigaraki who was waiting for a chance to attack as he goes inside Shigaraki as Shigaraki hears Ryu say get out of here. Shigaraki. We will meet again, Izuku. As a portal opens and he jumps in it as Anti full retracts into Izuku as he turns to look at Toshinori. Izuku. Looks like you've been played, Toshinori. Toshinori. Right, I thought we were perfect for each other, I loved you. I loved the power you gave me. Izuku. Guess he didn't feel the same. As Izuku walked up to Toshinori as he stops because he heard people coming as he looked to see Ida with Mina on his back as they looked beaten up as they stopped and looked at Izuku. Ida. That villain beat All Might. Mina, wait, what? No, this can't be true, fuck, this is a bus. As Izuku looks to see Siffer jump out off the trees as she tackles Mina off Ida as she pins her to the ground, as Ida rushes Izuku and goes to attack, but Venom forms and grabs Ida and rips his leg off, making Ida scream in pain and passed out from the pain. Venom. Siffer, what the hell? Siffer. This bitch is work for the law and tried to hurt Eri. Venom. What? Mina. Fuck, well, might as well come clean because Shigaraki fucked this up. As Mina started to melt as Siffer and Venom see Mina turn into a blonde hair girl as she smiles. Toga. Nice to meet you, I am Himiko Toga, and I want to make a deal with you for my survival. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey today. I hope you enjoyed exploring the fascinating what-if scenario of Deku. The possibilities were truly mind-blowing. If you found this video entertaining and thought-provoking, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Your support means the world to me, and inspires me to bring you more captivating content in the future. Stay tuned for more exciting what-ifs coming your way. Until next time. Take care, stay curious, and keep embracing the power of imagination. Goodbye everyone.